Welcome back, everyone, to another exciting episode of Midlife Criticals. This would be episode 4 of an unnamed series as of yet. I'm your host, Travis. We haven't done any introductions in a minute. I just realized while editing the other episodes, we'll go around the table. Group, we'll start with the double camera up on the top.
I'm Meg, and I'm playing Willow. I'm Teresa, and I'm playing Dr. Neve Watson.
I'm Brandon, and I'm playing Cassian Holt.
I'm Victoria, and I play Esme.
I'm Travis, and I play everyone else. So, if you've been watching, hopefully you've been enjoying so far. We're going to rejoin the heroes. As last episode, they got to know quite well, actually, you'd call him, I guess, the abbot of the Temple of Tyr, Antoine Markov, who invited them in for a warm meal and asked them for help in helping fixing up his church, really. The church, the town itself has been not the most warming, but he doesn't dissuade him. He's happy to be here. While sharing a meal, some of you decided to break in to his personal quarters, steal his personal journal, and then help him uncover some of the wing that was that had collapsed in. After some time, you called it and went to sleep, woke up again, and decided to, with the new day, to finish up what you'd started. You eventually uncovered what was a records room with a staircase leading down into what is looking like a mausoleum, underground crypt that belongs to the Church of Tyr of times past. While Mr. Antoine Markov is sitting up in the record room, kind of just perusing notes. And that's where we left off as you entered the crypts proper and started noticing that these tombs, these indents in the wall where the bodies laid to rest, are all from quite some time ago. And the further you go, the newer the dates get. And that is where we left off. So, as you wander through the underground crypts, cobwebs all along the ceiling, sconces being lit as you go by your partner in the back, as well as bodies as far as the eye can see, 2, 3 at a time. Again, some big, some small. It seems like everyone who died in this town was laid to rest here and was under the protection of Tyr and its holy site above. As you push deeper and deeper into this crypt, it doesn't go straight. As I was explaining in the last episode, it kind of zigzags, kind of optimizing on space. What is everyone doing?
I'm going to start it off with a comment. It's not unusual for, church of a second-hand god to end up looking like this. This was a Lathander church. No way would there be spiders or cobwebs down here.
Are there any spiders near us?
Yeah, you see little ones skittering through the webs here and there.
I'd like to flick one in Cassian's direction.
Ooh.
Sleight of hand check.
Can I animal handling check? Can I animal handling check that spider?
I mean, you can. Yeah, sure. Let's animal check this spider.
I don't know what that result. Yes.
The spider lands and he cups it, and he just lets it run around his hand for a second.
Gross. And they say I'm creepy. How close is the ceiling that we have here?
8 feet.
This is totally a flash forward for whenever I break my oath. I mean,
no. It's about 8 feet tall. So Miss Willow is kind of has a neck cramp as she kind of has to either squat or duck, or a combination of both.
Now, since both Cassian and Neve have tried to detect undead things and both feel nauseous, is that like an ongoing feeling?
Anytime you try to reach out and grasp your surroundings with either of in your sense, it's arcane, and with his sense, it's divine, you try to reach out into the darkness and ascertain your surroundings. get an overall vibe check. It keeps
How
giving.
are we vibing right now?
It keeps giving you this sickly feeling, like a rot. That
Ooh.
So not a good vibe.
no. It's incredibly strong. None of you ever felt anything quite like this before, and the potency of it is concerning nonetheless.
I'm definitely going to communicate that, and
I'm gonna ask a nearby spider that if there's bad things down here to just like skitter briefly in that direction.
To my spider?
To just any nearby spiders and just put the feelers out there.
Gotcha. The spiders have
I'm
been.
gonna protect. Yeah, I'm protecting my spider. He's going on my armor plate.
The spiders are. They understand.
Thank you. I'll do a persuasion check. If that's what you need.
No, they get it. They understand.
Are you gonna name that spider?
This spider? Well, it has to do something to deserve a name.
Well, like
skitter in
you.
the direction of danger.
does
I think
the
liking
thunder-
you is
Call
not
Skitter.
everyone does something to deserve a name.
Well, I mean, you got a name when you're born, so that you do something to get the name. Like
I
someone.
think that was your mother's accomplishment, not yours.
Not
Yeah,
everyone-
but I don't get to name myself. That's that's on the person. It's like a action reaction kind of situation. I just caught a spider. I can't name him.
Well, the
We need a
spider was
druid.
born by something.
Exactly, and he would have gotten a name, or she. We can't. We don't know what it is. We need a druid. That's all there is to it. To speak with the spider to find out what his given name was.
Well, Willow can speak to the spider.
Yeah, and not everything gets a name. That's a dorky human thing.
Well, how would you identify some creature that doesn't have a name? Like, how would you?
You give it an androgynous name, so
Why
it
does
could
it
be
need a
male or
name?
female.
Well, how would you identify it? How would you get that particular creature's attention?
Well, Willow, she doesn't have a name.
You just if you're
That's
you
just what I call her.
you just wave at people and they look at you and you've got their attention. Hey you, hey guy with the weird spider on his shoulder.
Okay. So descriptive. I like it. So what would you call this spider? A spider being carried
Spike.
by a handsome man?
Spike.
Spike?
Spike.
I'm in.
Because he's spiky. On his legs.
I like it.
As you say that, you turn a corner. You've been walking for quite some time now. And as you're kind of having this discussion about naming animals, you turn the corner, and the second you turn the corner, you're met with a steel grate, a divider kind of blocking your path with an iron door. It's just barred, so you can see through to the other side. It's just locked, kind of
Travis,
dividing the crypt.
Just to clear something up, he's not just a spider now, he's family. And so that we're just clearing that
His
up.
name's Spike.
And his name's Spike. We named him.
Okay, well,
He's practically a player now.
all right. Well,
I'm putting it in my notes.
Spike decides to lay eggs in your ear.
Amazing.
You encounter this iron door, this cage style door that's kind of blocking your path. There's a big iron lock on it, and then in the top it says in common, "For those we couldn't save."
Interesting.
Yeah, there's definitely evil shit behind this door, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Just this is where it's all coming from.
What
Or
kind
could
of
just be
lock
more
is it?
dead
Is it like
bodies.
a built into the door lock, or is it like a chain? with
It's a
lock?
built into the door, like almost like you would see in a prison cell.
I'll try and pick it.
All right. Do you have lockpicks?
It's a great question because I'm not playing a rogue. No. That's upsetting. This is why I play rogues. Does anyone else have a lockpick set?
I got definitely something that could deal with this lock.
Is it prayer?
No, it's and I'm gonna pull my sword off my back.
Oh, it's far more practical. Go ahead.
I'm going to try jamming my sword in the hinge and try to
Pop. Okay, kind of pop the lock is what you're trying to.
Yeah,
essentially
like,
pop the lock.
the hinge. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to need a strength.
Can I help him?
You know what? Investigation first. I want you to try to ascertain where the best spot to place the sword is first. A straight strength check will be great, but if it's a useless location, what's the point?
Persuasion check. Can I persuade the door to open?
If it's in a crypt, would that be like a religion check? Because it would be like based on his knowledge of common architecture in religious buildings.
Common architecture is one thing. Understanding how a locked door works, not normally taught in the teachings of Lathander. Knowing why an archway is there is one thing. Knowing how to open a locked door is completely a completely different thing. So let's get an investigation check going.
Are we all
that's a
rolling,
5.
or just him?
Whoever wants to try to ascertain the lock. I mean, I figured you wouldn't all let Cassian do this himself.
That's a 15.
15?
Also a 15, and that's with -1.
That's another 15.
Is it perception?
It'd be
I
investigation.
got a
Investigation.
That's
17.
3
As you're all kind of like padding around this cage, some of you are going low, some of you are going high, some of you are looking at the seams. With a 17, you see that where you kind of look with the lights now that you've finished lighting as you've been going on, as the light kind of fills this area now, you kind of get down and you see the latch, the actual lock, in between the spot where the locking mechanism meets the door. And it looks about the thickness you could fit a sword in there. So you're fairly confident if Cassian put his sword in there and really gave it some muscle, he could potentially pop the door open. It doesn't look like it's trying to hold back like serious thieves. This looks more ornamental, more of a symbolic gate.
You're still welcome to try with your sword, but I actually do have a lockpick set. I found it. I was under some herbs. I didn't think I'd need it. I was actually using it for surgery, but I found it.
By all means, I wouldn't. Damaging my sword would be a pretty bad move. Coming right into the thick of
I'll
combat.
down next to it so that my light on top of my basket is like shining on the lock, so she can see better. Helping.
All right, sleight of hand check, please.
Sleight of hand. Ooh. 17.
You set the lockpicks in, and it's when you realize right there's a trap. There's no trap. You go to unlock it, and it's an incredibly simple lock. So when you place the tools in, you immediately see that there's not much for a tumbler system there, and it just click, and it just slides in with a creak. As the metal hasn't been moved in quite some time, the sounds of rust giving way, and metal on metal creaks open, and the echoes go down this stone corridor. And one thing you will notice is there's no more graves on the outside. There's no more graves in the walls. There's no more plots into the alcoves. It's just straight carved stone walls.
As it releases, I go, oh, that was really easy. That's the first time I've done that. And I put the tools away.
You
really
must have been a thief in another life.
Oh man, I'd be a great thief.
If only the DM would let her. I'm going to step in front of the group, and I'm going into this spooky archway that has this for, the people we can't say or didn't save. I'm going to take this as the prime opportunity to give an inspiring speech, giving 6 allies.
What is your inspiring speech?
My inspiring speech?
I'm intrigued.
Well,
My fellow Americans.
as we climb deeper and deeper in the depths of evil, Lathander's light will guide us through all of what is to come. Just hold true, stay behind me, and we will destroy and cleanse this second-rate tier temple.
Well, at least he's going first.
Isn't it Willow that has the light up basket?
It's very handy up here.
How
I don't
many,
need light to guide the way. Lathander shows me the way. Hopefully I have light.
How many extra hit points is that?
6.
6. Okay.
Yeah, you get 6. That'll get better and better, but you get 6 for now.
Everyone feels inspired. Everyone feels just slightly more confident about going into here, knowing that Lathander's got your back.
Shouldn't
I
have
really
scratched
hope
the
that
note
Spike
last
was the
time.
one that was like doing the
Oh, I'm
sign language interpretation.
Yeah, he was relaying the message to the spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Travis,
They
can I
all
give...
have 7 hit points now.
Yeah.
No, I can pick 6 allies, and Spike is one of those allies. So
Yeah, you now have the beefiest 6 hit point spider.
He would have 7, would he not?
Yeah, you would have 1, so it's 7 hit point spider. He's now just as tough as a goblin.
Well, I feel like Esme's ferret should also
Yeah.
have, and Peony.
I will give
Perfect.
6. Up to
That's
6
6.
other allies.
Binks is balling, okay?
Yeah, that's it. That would be 6. That would be my full roster.
Peony will never be in a place where he could get hurt, so I'm not.
Well, that's why Poppy's still in the stable.
You follow the hallway, and you start noticing the walls themselves have written in them verses from the tier scripture.
Boring.
Some of the walls have cracked since, and some of the carvings have become faded. But as you push further and further in, you come to a doorway, a simple wooden doorway, closed, with 2 sconces on the outside.
Is it locked?
I feel like we should check for any traps.
I feel like the 2 sconces on the outside of the doorway is a test. I think we have to light the sconces.
I'm gonna check for traps first. That's investigation, Travis.
Yeah, it would be a straight up investigation check.
Yeah, I'm so good at those.
To me, lighting the 2 torches
Okay, 14.
help give
Plus-
advantage in some way.
You could give advantage by helping me.
You light the torches. It's a well lit area.
You could just give advantage by helping me.
But you help through, doing stuff. You don't just like,
Go,
I'm going
Neve,
to help.
go. Go, Neve, go.
Boring.
Like a crisp high five, but specifically with a skeleton hand.
I'll spin around in a
All right.
circle so the light shines on all sides.
Does that count as
Are
helping Travis?
you
I get advantage?
disco balling us right now?
Yeah, I'm just like moving in a circle to move the light around.
He gets dizzy.
Seeing this little light of mine. Like it's more Do I get advantage, Travis?
Why did I expect different?
No.
This
Why-
is not answering the question.
Why did I expect different?
It's a 14 without advantage
14 without advantage.
because I have a +0 in investigation.
You too? Oh man, we both suck. Yeah.
First -1 over here.
Crisp
We're
minus
like-
1. So what was the investigation total?
14.
14. I have 0 in.
All right.
To
So
get investigation or in advantage.
yeah, she can get advantage. You said you said you were helping. Even if it's just lighting lights, it's
14.
I was cheering her on.
Did you roll a 14? Are you
I rolled a
serious?
7. No, I rolled a 7, so we're
Oh.
going with 14.
Oh, I was gonna say Jesus.
Ooh, 14.
All right.
No. Snake Eyes, I roll again. That's how that works in Vegas.
And Monopoly.
And
And-
at the end.
and Monopoly, she says.
House, what do we see?
What
You-
do my non-elven eyes see?
Your non-elven eyes. You
Non-elven eyes.
you get down and you start looking and following the seam of this door all the way around, really focusing to ensure that there's nothing here. It's hard to tell. This wooden door might have swollen its frame a bit, being down here in the dampness, but you don't see anything malicious, and you don't see a lock.
Door was made for us to open.
I step back and I let someone else go ahead and just kind of swoop my hand and go,
Cassian.
"Too much."
That's my cue. Batter up. I'm gonna open the door. I'm gonna unclip my greatsword first, and then I'm gonna open the door, like somewhat slow, and then I'm gonna open it, and then have my greatsword ready.
Is it to surprise them? Is it to surprise whoever's on the other side?
Yes.
Okay. You reach down and grab the ring of the door, and you go to pull, and you feel it move a bit, and then knowing full well that the door is going to move, you wing it open. The door slamming on the stone, dust coming from dust and stones coming from the roof, kind of in this rain from the impact. As you look into this large chamber, it's got 10-foot ceilings.
There you go, Will.
And there's a few pillars down the room itself. There's 2 pillars directly in front of you with a pedestal with a book open in them on it. Or kind of like a stand, like you would see at almost like a wedding or an event where people would sign in. 2 pillars on each side with 2 statues. One statue on the left, a beautiful woman sitting there with her hands crossed in prayer, and then a man sitting there with his hands out. And in one hand, he's got scales for judgment, and then the other hand, the symbol carrying of Lathander, not Lathander Tyr. When you start really examining the room at the initial vicinity and start looking past, you start seeing to your right these alcoves, but with stone sarcophagi. These are different. The bodies aren't out on display. They are in stone sarcophagi sealed, each one with a massive branded Lathander on the outside.
Tyr.
Sorry, Tyr on the outside. Oh my God, it's just going to keep happening.
It's okay. It's okay.
Just beyond the initial statues and that book open, you see what would be seating, benches in various state of brokenness. They've dry rot has gotten into them, and they've sort of collapsed, and they're in disarray. There are, looks like from where you're standing, 5 alcoves on each side, a total of 10 sarcophagi. And then at the far end, it looks like there is a wooden altar that you can see far off in the distance with 2 very nice sarcophagus with carvings on the top.
Well, that's a lot of dead things. I'm wondering. I'm gonna pick up a pebble, and I'm gonna toss it towards the altar to see if
It's still like a far piece away. That altar is probably like 100 feet away.
Are you saying my -1 in strength means I couldn't throw that pebble far enough?
Then I Eldritch blast the altar.
Oh, God.
You're just going to Eldritch blast the altar.
Yep.
Roll to hit.
Ain't my God. I don't give a shit.
Nat 20.
Actually?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Roll damage.
What if there was information we needed on?
What if?
I guess
Oh,
no.
what have you done? That's a
9 plus 4, 13.
Explodes.
That's with a critical.
It's doubled because it's a nat 20.
Oh, doubled? 26.
It exploded.
You don't double your modifier, just the damage die.
Then minus 4, 22.
As everyone's kind of looking around, a purple beam just shoots out down and hits the desk and spins it, moves it a full 4 or 5 feet, and then papers and other things on the desk scatter. As you can see, some of the papers start burning and turning to ash.
All
no.
that valuable information.
Just turn and look at her like,
That was the altar?
why?
I mean, I just wanted to, like, crack it in half. I feel like at a nat 20, I can control where it hits, right?
With a nat 20, you hit it. Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, you could crack it. It won't crack in half. You hit it and you moved it. It's not. You're doing force damage to it, right? So it's more of an impact rather than a burn effect.
So if it's force damage, why would papers catch on fire?
They're old.
So
You ever-
where's the heat coming from?
Have you?
Yeah, Travis,
They,
that's the fire
they just
triangle.
crumpled. They just crumpled. They just turned to like pieces.
You said caught fire.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say caught fire. I used the wrong descriptor. They kind of just crumbled.
That's
Alright.
weird. Nothing happens after that. None of the.
No
My
ghosties.
guy.
No.
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step in.
An evil vampire walks up. Hey! What?
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. My plan.
So I'm just gonna like casually push past Willow, like, all right, and then just like have my hand on my short sword, like not actually unsheath it yet.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna walk through into the room.
I'm 5 feet in that, like, forward from the door. So if you're passing me,
Yeah.
I'm
Okay, so
going
you got
high.
there's about 10 feet from the door. There is a pedestal with a hold on one second. All right. So, as the DM's father bursts in to hand him a poutine from McDonald's that he doesn't want to fish from next door.
So shall I actually?
Dibs.
Change.
So if you're keeping score at home, that's some discarded dumplings and a discarded poutine.
My parents live next door, and all they do is when they can't finish something, don't like it, or have extra, they just run it in and throw it at me and leave. So,
Do you have any suggestions for what other awful dishes Travis should try next? Please.
the dumplings were delicious, by the way.
My comment.
The dumplings are delicious.
The dumplings are delicious.
He's just crazy.
Yeah. So
Getting old.
you, about 15 feet in front of the door, there's this, like I said, this wooden pedestal with a flat edge, and the book open with a red cloth kind of marking the page, with the two statues on each side of the pedestal. So where are you going as you walk through? Sorry.
I'm gonna go up to the book and see if I can read it first.
Mm-hmm.
What language is it in?
It's in common. It's in common.
Okay.
It starts describing the life of a Bernard and his life and death. Essentially,
Who?
Bernard.
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 It describes how he was born to this town of Eden, and he lived his life as a trapper. And he was taught by his family, and eventually he raised a family. However, he contracted a disease and was unable to be cured. And he is now laid to rest with all the others. Hopefully one day to be reunited on the other side with his family.
Does it describe the disease?
No.
While she's reading the book, I'm making my way up to the two better-looking sarcophagi at the top.
As you're reading this, you start flipping through more pages, and it's just other names of other individuals talking about their lives and their untimely fate with a unknown disease that couldn't be cured.
And nowhere in this book does it describe.
No, it just seems it's more like a memento mori, kind of describing these individuals and almost like their obituaries.
This is what happens when you go to holy men for healing.
They bury you in a thing. Well, especially holy men of
What am I supposed to do with this?
tier 2 church.
That is very punny. Well done. Very helpful.
I thought it was funny.
I'm gonna frustratedly close the book and shove it in my bag to see if anyone else knows anything more about this mysterious illness.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We can crack open one of these sarcophagi and find out.
Why don't we make sure there's nothing else in here?
As you walk up, Cassie, and you start walking by the rotted pews, it almost looks like this was at one point a small little chapel. That's what the vibes you're getting. However, the significance of why these are separate is still confusing. When you approach the front, you pass by 2 rows of stone pews, ornately carved. And on each side, on the left-hand side, you have this visage of a well-dressed and almost noble frame of a man carved into the top of the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus itself white, the stone itself clean, cut, well made. And then to the right, a beautiful woman laying down with her arms crossed in a rose.
Is there like a plain wall or something in this place?
No, but there's a massive. As you get to the front here, Cassie, and you're going to notice this 3-pronged photo. You know those old style photos with the wooden frames that kind of fold out?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's what it is. It's huge. The middle photo is the full height of the room, while the 2 side ones are just a few feet shorter. On the left-hand side, matching the sarcophagus, is the male. On the right, and it depicts this noble-looking man with a strong jawline, slender frame, short black hair, very clean cut, and a small, very tidy beard. On the right, it depicts this woman with fire red hair in a braid, just kind of coming down over the one side as she wears this beautiful blue dress. And they both seem to be standing in front of a younger version of the church that you just came through. The middle photo, however, is burnt out. Nothing can be seen in the middle photo. It looks like it was burnt black, almost like whatever was in there burnt from the center out to the edges. And there's deep scarring where something had cut the photo out.
So there's no like
Middle photo is completely black.
like anywhere where we are, there's no like blank wall.
Oh yeah, it's just worked stone walls.
Okay, well I'm gonna go over to one of them
Mhm.
and I'm gonna pull out my paint and I'm gonna start painting the symbol of Tyr on the wall.
Okay. Quick enough, you paint the symbol of Tyr on the wall really quickly. It looks good.
It's not quick. It's like big and beautiful. And
Oh, okay. So give me a performance roll to see how long you do this mural. On the altar, you see the papers kind of scattered about on the floor. Some of them damaged either through dampness, others from the impact of the Eldritch
22.
Blast. 22?
22.
It looks beautiful as you're working. You see this pile of scrolls, a large book, more of a journal, really, and on the ground around a big spill where ink had been just spilled as a quill and ink had been dropped on the ground when the Eldritch Blast hit the desk. Or the altar.
It was still wet after.
It was probably in a corked vial.
Okay.
Until...
Can I go up to the ink and can I compare the ink with the black ooze that's in the blood in my vials?
I mean, they're both black. But you can give me give me a medical check.
Oh. Dirty 23.
You start playing with the ink. Ink has a different consistency, for sure. The way it stains your fingers, the black that's in there, it's different. It's separate. It doesn't want to mix. If you were to put ink in blood, you would get inky blood. Whatever this blackness that's in with that blood that you found is separate. It doesn't want to mix.
Okay.
Almost like oil and water. You're kind of...
Start reading.
Did you pull out the vial to compare it?
Yeah. Look at it. Yeah.
You pull out the vial and you start comparing it, and that's when you start seeing the brazier start lighting up around you, and all the lights start coming on. All the sconces start lighting, is what I mean by that. No one just flicks on lights. They start, all these sconces that you saw or surrounding the room all start lighting up, and the room becomes filled with light.
Who?
Maybe put that away.
I'll just tuck it slowly back into the bag that I got it from. While watching, like not looking at the bag, looking at everything else around me.
No problem. You start. You're kind of just put it away, and are you all up around the altar now?
No, I'm still back closer to the door.
You're back closer to the door.
probably still by like the painting that I was doing.
And where in the room would you have done that painting?
Wherever there's like a plain wall.
There's a lot of plain walls.
Roll a d4. Pick a cardinal direction.
I rolled a 3. Put me somewhere.
All right, you're. I'm going to say that you're kind of on one of these walls here, painting a mural. Cool.
These walls here. There's a.
There's a map coming.
There's
Oh,
no
if there's a
map.
map, there's a combat. We know that.
Shit.
There's a rule. If there's a
Everybody
map,
get ready.
there's a combat.
You guys are all
Everybody?
terrible people.
You know what that
You guys
means?
are all
We need to
terrible
level up.
people.
Cassian,
Insightful.
what do you want to look about these? You're looking at these sarcophagus. What exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking at the edges. No, I'm looking at the edges of the sarcophaguses. Sarcophagus.
Sarcophagi.
Yeah, no, I laughed. I'm looking at the edges to see if the lids have been recently moved or if they've been messed with in since this temple or this area has been off limits.
Okay. No, it looks like it. You can see a very fine seam. It's almost impossible to see the seam. To be honest, it's so well made. Yeah, exactly. It's so well made. You can tell there was care to these sarcophagi. Sarcophagi.
Yeah.
As you see, the seam is barely noticeable. You have to get really close to see it. Like there wouldn't even be a spot for you to dig your nail down, or you'd have to have a pry bar to really, and you'd probably have to almost damage the sarcophagus to open it. Okay, that's
that's basically what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Because like with those, when they're sealed, they're kind of sealed, and if you mess with them, you can tell because there's chips that fall off. And,
yeah, no, for certain. Yeah, no, you don't see any signs of that. You're looking at the papers on the desk, right?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. You start rooting through the papers on the desk, and you find a number of funeral rites, and then some notes.
Okay.
Some notes by the name of a man, Victor.
Victor?
And it talks about, specifically, the front page talks about someone who has gotten sick. It reads as follows. Today a man came to the church. He's a farmer, Bernard, from beyond, a trapper from outside. He has an ailment, but Rose was unable to fix him. She called upon her divine powers, but nothing was able to be done. I fear Bernard might not make the night.
Murder?
Bernard.
Bernard.
Bird.
Bird?
You're all terrible people.
You might not make the night.
The next passage is written a day later. It says, Bernard passed this morning. Rose is broken. She was unable to save him for the first time. She wasn't able to save anyone. Next.
Is there any... Oh, carry on.
The next page goes on and talks about how my dearest Rose hasn't left her room in days. The sick around town have her feeling useless for the first time. Since she has gotten her gift, she's been able to help anyone she's put her mind to and her heart to. But something's new here. Some sickness has grasped our citizens, and Rose is unable to help. I hope Tyr can hear our prayers and will one day come down and help us. The next page is, my worst fear has come to pass. My dearest Florimel has become ill. Rose is insolable. I turn to the teachings of Tyr and his will to help me through this hard time, but I fear I'm about to lose the most precious thing I have in my life. The next page, you skip a couple of pages, it talks more and more about his wife and his love for his wife, But then the next passage dated says, Rose has disappeared. I fear that my hold on the church and this town to be their rock is slowly dwindling. My own faith is being tested as it feels everything I have in my life is being taken away from me, and there is nothing I can do to stop it. I just pray to Tyr that Rose returns soon and is able to help my wife, her mother. I fear if she dies and Rose isn't here, Rose will never be able to come back from this. And that is the last page in the journal.
So Rose is the daughter.
Rose is the big bad guy.
I was gonna say she's coming to get us.
Okay. And there's nothing in any of these notes that describes any kind of symptoms. Anything?
No, it just says a sickness that was unable to be purged.
A new hatred unlocked.
Holy people.
You, as you're reading the
so-
pages, one thing.
Yeah.
Can I get some perception checks? Just some general perception checks from you all?
So good at this.
They're coming at you, man.
I'm so dead.
21.
21? Okay.
16, yes.
Oh no. A 9?
So focused on painting. Just
I am. Yep.
Admiring her own work.
What did you get, Meg?
Evil crypt.
What did you get, Meg?
16.
16. Brandon, was that what?
I got a 16.
2 16s and a 21 from you?
Yeah.
Teresa, as you can see the fibers of this book and what makes it up, you kind of close it for a second, kind of going over what you just read. And you look down, and the ink puddle that you had splashed on the ground has formed a perfect circle.
Oh no.
just
The
kind of like
seance.
nod at it. Who's closest to me?
Cassian is probably about 20 feet to your left, like kind of down on the sarcophagus, kind of following the seam along, kind of just examining the sarcophagus.
Probably on the second one at this point.
Yeah, he's over on the one, sorry, to the right then. The one with the wife on it. And the first thing you notice is this identical craftsmanship, Cassian. But when you look up, you see Neve looking at the puddle. And Neve, you hear something in your head as you stare at the puddle. These ripples
Okay.
form on the puddle.
Good. Okay.
And you hear, I can smell your fear.
It's very presumptive of you. You don't even know me. I'm gonna say to the puddle. Not sure if anyone else can hear it. Don't care. Just saying it to the puddle.
Willow's gonna move a little bit closer as she hears the doctor talking to herself like a crazy person.
You guys should come look at this.
Admire my work.
What work did you do? You stonemason? Did you build this? Is this yours? No? Did you write this?
I'm just gonna be like, I didn't write anything. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Shut up for a minute, holy boy. I'm talking to the puddle.
I'm gonna look down at the puddle. Does it have a name?
Not yet. I don't know it well enough yet. I'm gonna say to the puddle, don't know if anyone's ever explained to you how a conversation works, but generally there's some give and take. Right now I'm playing tennis against the drapes, so if you could just like help out just like a wee bit.
I've had time to perfect it since then.
Perfect what sense?
My solution.
I'm gonna hear her talking now, and I'm gonna start to walk over.
Solution to what? Can y'all hear the puddle? Is that just me?
Is it just her?
Oh yeah, it's 100%
cool.
just her.
I hear
Cool.
nothing.
Can I touch the puddle?
I
Oh,
wouldn't. No, don't touch the puddle.
You guys are out here touching sarcophagus, reading forbidden books, touching blood puddles.
Don't
I'm
touch. I
tiny.
smack his hand away as he like starts to. Don't.
Do the airplane.
Does Lathander not teach you not to touch strange black puddles that form perfect circles on brick?
You know what? I might have dozed off on the black puddle circle chapter in Lathander's teachings.
Is
I
there a
might need,
specific lesson on black puddles in Lathander's teachings?
if there is, I definitely slept through it.
Puddle, is there a specific lecture on black puddles in Lathander's teachings?
He would know this is a church of Tyr.
Or is there a specific lecture on tears?
I can't wait to test this.
Oh yeah, same. This might be good. I'm gonna just like pull my sword out because like
Okay, I'm going to see her pull her sword out, and I'm going to immediately grab my sword, and I take a step back and be like, "Where is it? Where is it? What are we fighting?"
Yeah, I'm gonna grab.
puddle off good.
I'm going to divine sense.
My hand
I'm going to ping off
on my
another.
book.
Divine sense.
Healer. 1 second.
Yeah.
You will appreciate this. My masterpiece. And
Waiting, looking around.
and with that,
Also looking around.
you cast Divine Sense.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw as you reach out.
I was gonna say, I need you to roll initiative.
I need a Constitution saving throw. I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw, DC 14.
From who?
Brandon.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, no, I'm engaging with the puddle. We're having a conversation.
I'm engaging with the puddle. We're having a conversation.
We're bonding.
You take a D4 psychic damage as you go to reach out, and you're hit back with 4 psychic damage as when you try to push out your mind and expand that consciousness in your body to reach out and touch anything, the entire area hits you with a wave of so much evil that it feels like a knife embeds itself into your brain. The worst migraine. You wince as in pain as you're almost staggered for a second. I already rolled the D4. It was a 4. I rolled the damage against you, mother.
Yeah, you didn't put it in
I'm
the
gonna
chat.
take a
I
step.
can't see.
I use real dice. We're all using real dice. You're the only one using the computer dice.
I use the computer dice because then the people can see my rolls.
I don't put the chat up on. I don't put the chat up.
Well, you can see it. They can see it.
I take a step back, and I'm gonna put myself between Cassian and the puddle because I'm not entirely sure where the damage.
Yeah, you just saw Cassian just grab his head, and look like it looks like he's got a wicked bad headache, and he's just.
I know that because I've seen him try and detect undead and evil and shit before, so I'm gonna assume that's what he did. And I'm gonna step between him and the puddle.
Yes.
What I say whenever I grab my head is "Holy Lathander."
Subjects. I needed subjects.
So
Time
that was good. Is
gave
this
me.
what you do? And I'm gonna pull out the black blood.
My work, an old model. Not quite there yet.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
So you're a puddle?
No. And as you say that, you hear the sounds of stone on stone. As 4 of the sarcophagus near the front open.
The good ones? The one I'm standing beside?
No, the normal plain ones in the alcoves. As they open about 3 inches, and that's it.
We should either come up with a plan or leave.
Plans are late now. Now you get to see. And with that, hordes and hordes of insects start crawling out of the coffin, of all 4 coffins, as I'm going to need you all to roll initiatives as 4 large swarms of insects start pouring out of the coffins.
Look, it's
Hey,
Misha.
that's my thing.
Give me a second. Combat, Mike. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So, let's get everyone here onto the map. Bring you all over to the map. You guys don't met at all. Like, there was almost no inclination that there was a map. You guys don't met at all.
I'm gonna just say that I'm truly shocked right now. That I wasn't
What?
expecting a
Combat?
dark, scary staircase to have a combat down in it.
All right, go ahead and roll initiative for all of you.
Just for the record, I had moved closer when she started being weird and talking.
Oh yeah, no. That's part of the this. Yeah. So did you? Where would you have been? You would have been up here by the puddle, I'm assuming.
Well, whenever she started talking, to the puddle, that's when I-
Where would Esme have been? Because you would you have been around the puddle too, Esme?
I'd probably be who is who?
Here.
Let's say I'm in the middle.
Um,
I'm in between Willow and Cassian.
All right. Okay, cool.
Sweet. Spider's on a 21. Spike.
Spike is not on the initiative.
He is on my shoulder, and I have his stat block.
He has 7 hit points.
He has
Can you
7
move
hit
me
points.
I don't give a fuck. Spike is not a trained animal. He is something you just picked off the wall and have
He's a
befriended.
challenge rating 0.
Yeah.
Sir,
Uh-huh.
sir.
Uh-huh.
Can you move me behind the second pew, please?
All right, sorry, it's the game's paused. You guys can. Okay, go ahead and move your characters wherever you were. Puddle would have been right here, where I just pinged.
Yeah, I'm not getting near that.
So go ahead and put your tokens where you would have been. All right, cool.
Oh no, I was still talking to the puddle.
Oh.
I had several more questions.
Cassian,
for the puddle.
get your ass up beside the puddle, because you said that you were trying to touch the damn puddle. Don't try to.
But she got in between us whenever I took
I
the
did when
damage.
he-
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
my-
All right, gotcha. That's
I'm putting
right.
myself
That's
where I
right.
was.
Okay.
God.
All right, everyone throw up initiatives. We got a 23 for
I wanna
Esme,
be forward.
16 for Cassian, 7. Okay,
That was a
hold on. Let me. Okay.
21 for Spike.
All right, all right, what the hell?
Who has a higher deck, me or Spike?
Esme. What did Esme? Esme was on 21.
I'm on 21.
You're on 21 as well. Esme. Oh, 20. Oh, sorry. Esme was on 23. That is correct. Sorry, it's reset on me. 23. You said you're on 21. Update companion on to 21. And then what were you on again, Meg?
17.
That's actually a really good initiative, guys. You guys rolled some really good initiatives.
Same with Spike. I mean, Spike's sitting at 21.
All right. Spike is no longer exists. Spike is not in this combat. And if Spike tries to be in this combat, the person carrying Spike is dead. Tragic. Contracted syphilis. It burns.
So clearly, after this
Is that
combat,
what the
he
black
needs to
whale
spend-
is?
It's super syphilis. It's a
Super simple.
super syphilis. All right. Where the hell did he go? It's not like we're recording or anything. Don't worry. Take your time, Brad. We're just recording. Don't worry. The listeners. Don't worry, Brad. Take
We
your
could
time.
do like
We
Just
want you to
critical
guess.
role.
It's not like we just took a break or anything.
we could
Guys,
do
we
like
want you to
critical
guess
role
in
and
the
start
comments.
plugging D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Brandon is on, and whether or not he returns
This is-
with a joint.
This is where we would normally plug our sponsors. So just so you know, sponsors, thinking about supporting
In terms of sponsors, we have no
in terms of
sponsors.
sponsors, we have those sponsors.
Sponsors.
So this is where we could this battle map is brought to you by
He was risen.
They
what are you doing? Sit down. All right.
I
Brad.
had to take off layers here. I was sweating.
All right. Oh, the intensity of the combat is getting you. All right, we're gonna start combat here. Esme, as you kind of look and watch, you just watch the sarcophagi open, and all of a sudden, these swarms, thick, almost like a viscous liquid with an intelligence, start swarming out of the sarcophagi and start heading your way. It is on you.
As all of us
Okay.
get itchy. For no
Sorry,
reason.
I got like super warm, like, menopause heat flash kind of thing. I went from like normal temperature to like almost
touch
like,
of
sweating blood.
touch of the paws. Gotcha.
I got it,
Any
man.
woman who has gone through menopause is throwing literal daggers at you with their eyes. Right
You're
now.
right.
I'm getting them.
I'm
All
getting.
of them.
And they're probably gonna start throwing hands.
Start throwing hands next.
Spike is actually a menopausal woman, and she bites you.
I don't think spiders have menopause.
Spider, Spike's not on the
No.
initiative.
Are you an entomologist, Travis?
I just, I have a basic understanding, and I personally just feel like that's not a thing.
That's like me being like, the Earth is flat.
Oh
I'm
God.
not, a scientist or anything, but that's just.
I mean, I could Google it.
I have common knowledge.
I could
and,
Google it.
I'm gonna say that that's flat. And I
Now
just
there's
feel
gonna
like-
be a flat Earth debate in our comments.
Oh God. Comment below if you think spiders have menopause. All right, Esme, what are you doing as these hordes of insects, various insects, are not even one style. It's filled with spiders and centipedes and millipedes and beetles.
It's Spike's family.
This is where Spike turns on Brandon and bites him.
Don't you dare do that to me on Spike.
Yeah.
Spike, it's family.
All
You
right,
know what Vin Diesel says about family.
all right, Esme. What's up?
Well, I don't like bugs other than my ladybugs. So I'm going to grab my book and I'm going to draw a big fuck off fire and I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the one right beside me, like to my.
You're right, Firebolt. Okay, absolutely. Awesome. You write Firebolt. You draw this beautiful picture of fire, frantically scribbling on your pages, and just throw it off the page. And Firebolt lunges from the book.
Oh no.
That sounds good.
Sounds like it's going to be a high number.
Sounds like a crit to me.
Is there no? Oh. 12?
12 to hit. 12 is 12 hits.
Okay.
12 does hit.
I needed
It should.
10. Oh no. That's a solid 2.
You hit the ground just in front of the swarm and take off a few of them as the immediate about a baseball-sized chunk of this massive swarm instantly turns to ash, and they kind of just overtake the hot spot on the ground, and it fills in just as quick as it left, almost leaving your any trace of a firebolt null and void.
The circle thing right beside me, what is that?
You said 2, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The circle thing beside me, what is that?
Which thing? That is a pillar.
How tall is it?
It goes to the ceiling. It's a pillar.
Oh, it's like okay. It's not like a. Okay, never mind.
I want to know what you were talking about.
Well, I thought it was like a like a thing of rocks or like a.
Oh, gotcha.
half pillar or something, and I was go on top of it.
No. It's a full pillar, floor to ceiling.
I need to turn down.
All right. What else
Is
are you
there
doing?
any way- the thing in front of me, is there any way I can get on top of that?
The altar? The
Yeah.
wooden altar? Or the pew, the wooden pew, the stone pew in front of you, like stand on the pew? Yeah, you can stand, get up.
Behind me, I guess.
So right here? Yeah, if you want to move yourself and get up on the pew and like get a few feet off the ground, sure.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Gotcha. So go ahead and move your character to the spot there. And
I don't. Wrong.
Neve, this will put is that everything for you, Esme?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Esme's done. Neve, you're up.
Okay. These are them, right? The bug things on the altars,
Yes, that would be them.
or the. Just wanna. How far is this?
I made this in that on that app. Alchemist,
Alchemist, the Dungeon Alchemist.
Dungeon Alchemist. I really like this
Not
tool.
sponsored.
Not sponsored.
I'm gonna
But thank you,
move-
Dungeon Alchemist, for making such a very nice app to make nice, beautiful maps.
I'm gonna move here.
You run up to the swarm of insects. Yep.
Yep, and I'm gonna go at it with short sword and dagger.
Yep.
Oh, that is a 17 to hit. Sorry, I can't do math.
17 does hit.
Okay, so that is a
What kind of damage is it? Slashing, correct?
slashing. Yeah,
Gotcha.
9.
9 for 9
That's
damage.
better than me.
9 damage. You slash into these hordes. This massive, almost living mass of insects. You're slashing through. You're killing insects, but just not quite as these bladed weapons just aren't the most effective thing for killing these.
Well, I don't have much else. And then I'm gonna use the rest of my action because I used 20.
Yeah.
Everyone gives me shit for stepping off screen for 5 seconds. You go get popcorn. No one says a thing.
And I'm gonna move back to there. And oh, I forgot to start my wisdom. I can increase my leaving by 10 more feet. And
How did you disengage again without an attack of opportunity?
oh no, because that's not rogue shit. No, I don't want to leave. Travis, this is why
Just
I say
kidding,
rogue
coming
only.
back.
I also add my wisdom modifier to the damage, right?
Yeah, why did you?
So an extra 3 damage. Because I tried to get away from the horde, but I forgot I couldn't disengage because I'm not a fucking rogue.
Why did you shoot it an arrow?
Because I thought the bladed weapons would be more effective.
We're learning things.
We're learning things, okay?
Oh, piercing
As
is
a bonus
probably
action,
just as
can I
bad.
drop-
This is the perfect Star Trek quote. Damn it! I'm not an exterminator. I'm a doctor.
Literally. Can I, as a bonus action, drop my lit tinderbox on the insects?
No, that would be an action to strike it, and then an action to drop it. So it would be a full action to do that. So you
What
use
if
your.
she accidentally
I get 2
dropped it
attacks in the
while
first
she
round.
was
I get 2
striking it?
attacks in the first round.
Oh.
So now,
Oh.
reading your sheets, it's important.
Oh.
That is so close. It was a 19, so I'll do my longbow this time.
Disadvantage for using ranged weapon in close combat.
Rude. Then I'll use my short sword and my dagger.
Yeah, gotcha. Short swording it up.
So that's a 24 to hit. Sorry.
24 to hit. Yes.
Heard the dice hit the table.
11.
11 damage.
11 more damage.
11 more damage. All right.
And I guess I'm gonna stay here because it's gonna attack.
The
me
swarm.
anyway.
The swarm itself. You're swiping. You're stepping. You're just trying to get rid of as many of these bugs as you absolutely can. The swarm itself starting to drop in size, but damn bladed weapons suck at killing bugs. Is that your turn?
Sure.
All right, Willow, you're up.
Fuck it up. Set it on fire. You have fireball? Cast fireball. Woof.
You've made this really inconvenient, just so you know. By,
I felt personally challenged by the black puddle.
and I'm gonna bonus action cast Hex Dexterity. and then cast Burning Hands. So it will make its dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
If it's hexed.
Oh, text. Okay, let me put a marker on this person to say it is. Let me zoom in here.
Because if your dumb butt wasn't standing there, I wouldn't have to be in melee range to cast this.
Sorry.
But do I have one for hexed or
Like
cursed?
I said, Dave felt personally challenged by the black puddle.
I'm gonna say silence. Do I not have one? There's no token here for. I'm gonna use this one. It's hexed. Gotcha. So how much damage total there, Miss Meg?
You have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. All right. All right. That is a 15 on the first one and a 18 on the second.
Okay, so it takes half.
So what were you casting, by the way?
Burning Hands.
Burning Hands? Okay, so...
D6 plus 1. 14 half to 7.
14 half to 7. Was that plus your hex damage?
Yeah.
That is just Burning Hands and
46. Right. Give me 1 second.
yeah, plus your hex. There should be you shouldn't like unless you rolled like five ones.
I got. It's a little bird. So 18 damage, half to 9.
There, and with that, the swarm engulfs in flame and just burns in front of you as the swarm blinks out of existence. As you finish it off, you kind of come in seeing your the doctor kind of struggling at trying to kill these insects. You come by and just let loose with this scorching cone of fire that washes over the entire tomb. The cobwebs around it ignite, and the entire alcove essentially becomes an oven, and nothing left living inside that alcove remains.
Oh, it's a shame we didn't have any marshmallows, hey, Willow?
I might have a couple of nuts left over.
Oh, some roasted nuts.
Like chestnuts, like Christmas.
Do you think we get the extra protein from the bugs?
All right.
Probably.
Who's that's turn for Willow?
Mhm.
All right, Cassian, you're up. As 3 remaining swarms are still starting to creep out of the sarcophagi.
I'm gonna go 30, jump up onto the first pew in the middle of the room, and I'm gonna bonus action Thunder Smite as I lift my great sword into the air and let the sword build up electricity like a long charge up from Dragon Ball Z.
Gotcha.
That's what's happening. That's my full turn.
That's your full turn. All right. Next up, the swarm over here in the alcove. It's going to let me just move the character sheet off my screen. You're going to see it move 20 feet as it kind of pours. I use the term pour because that's what it looks like. It looks like a living liquid of bugs just kind of pours out of the sarcophagus and kind of moves its way over to the in the direction of you, Cassian. Kind of pours. You can see it kind of almost like running water around the pillar, some on one side, some on the other, and kind of meet on the other side. As it's going to then use its action to dash towards you. The other one from the other corner is going to do the same. It's going to pour across the floor, kind of zigzagging its way. It crawls over the pews and kind of just starts pouring over the pews as it feel it closing in on you. And lastly, the one remaining in the alcove is going to, and the other one is going to kind of, you see it kind of come out of the sarcophagus, go around the edge. I went around the wall.
That is not how you path that out, sir.
There to there.
Yeah, look, you're going through the wall.
You're killing me.
BM police.
I mean, if it was us moving, you would make us
No.
go.
It goes. It's kind of like a liquid. It's going around the brazier, and it's going to go to here. I can move it to there if you want. It still can get there. It's the same thing. But you're
Is your DM cheat? Comment below. Let us know.
all right. So Willow's going to take some damage this turn, I think. This swarm of insects.
over.
This swarm of insects is going to just try to bite into Willow's attitude. And
Not once.
it's going to miss, I think, unless an 11 hits you. Doesn't hit you? Yes. So the insects come around the corner, and start swarming around your feet, and they're trying to bite into you, but they can't quite get through the fur. Yeah, it's fur, right?
Your
You
shit's
got-
weak.
You got like hooved feet, right?
No, they're regular feet.
Oh, you have regular feet? I thought. Oh, it's satyrs that have the hooved feet. I don't know why I keep thinking furbolgs have hooves. They try to bite into your ankles, but your nice fancy slippers stop it.
Gross.
All right, next up, Esme. Why are you upset about the fancy slippers stopping the bug bites? I thought you would have been yay fancy slippers.
I think she was upset at the racism, assuming that she had cloven hooves.
For some reason, I thought furbolgs, because they're bovine in nature. So for some reason, I thought they had hooves.
Every time you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
You know, you should be also relieved that for some reason your DM doesn't obsess over the feet of all the other mythical creatures in this game.
I knew you would have.
They have long toes.
And we just got a whole new brand of foot fetish.
Neither one of these, all of them, none of them have taken damage, right?
No, you guys beat the living piss out of one of the swarms.
All right. I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did last time. I'm gonna aggressively flip the page, and I'm gonna draw the same fire, and I'm gonna hurl it at the one to my right, left, the one by Willow.
Gotcha. Another firebolt coming at you.
Taking out the one
Ooh,
behind
better.
our line.
Better. That is a dirty 20.
Hits.
And 7.
Ooh, that's much better. All right. For 7 damage. That's actually a really good hit. As the fire streaks through the fire kind of hits through the center of the mass, scoring like handfuls of these bugs. You just see them of this path of ash, and when bugs get burnt, they get crispy and they turn to powder. Essentially, that's what you're doing to this. You just through the dead center of it, you can see the powdered bugs, the ash of the powdered bugs, drift into the air, kind of covering the part of Willow's fine clothing. Anything left with your bonus action or movement?
No.
Okay. That will put the initiative onto you, Neve.
Fuck shit up. I'm gonna come right here.
Yep.
So that I get advantage on it. Thank God I needed advantage, so. Perfect. 23 to hit.
23 to hit. 23 hits. That you did right. You rolled 2 attack die, right? Okay.
Yeah, the first one was an 8.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, that advantage.
We went from 8 to 18. That's math that I like to do.
I have a
That's
random question when it comes to
damage.
my turn.
8 damage, Travis.
8 damage total with the. Okay, cool. Gotcha. As you start cutting some of the bigger bugs, the beetles and such, and some of the longer centipedes and millipedes, you cut in half, and you can see it doing. It's just not doing as much. The smaller bugs are escaping the blade of your weapon.
Don't have much else.
Next up on the initiative would put.
Oh, I wasn't done.
Oh, you're not done. You're not done. That's correct. And wait,
Wasn't done.
there's more.
Wait, there might be more.
There.
Let me do the thing I would like to do.
What would you like to do?
I would like to try and catch a bug in a jar.
That would be an action. You'd have to use your entire action that turn to do
That's
that.
rude. It's a bug.
That's rude.
That's rude. But next turn you could.
But then I'm wasting my action on catching a bug.
This is what action economy is.
Can I use my my bonus action to collect some dead bug remains?
You can do that after the fight. The action of sitting down and like scooping up insects would be a full action. It'd be the same energy expenditure as a weapon.
One later on.
Well, I want to do a bug autopsy.
Okay, after this fight's done, I will let you roll medicine checks, and you can do all the bug autopsies you want.
All right. Sad player noises.
Sad player noises.
DM's bullying me, but that's fine.
All right. That's it.
I don't think I can do anything else.
All right.
I can do that as a bonus action.
Up to our warlock friend, our resident warlock. What are you doing, Willow?
Something great.
So, yeah, she says with a smirk, something great.
Travis, I don't think she had disclosed to people that she was a warlock.
Eldritch Blast is a dead giveaway.
Are these undead bugs? I'm gonna cast Misty Step. Sorry, I was here. I'm gonna cast Misty Step to here,
Yep.
and then I'm gonna walk the extra 5 feet,
Yes.
and I'm gonna cast Burning Hands on both of these.
Sorry.
Ooh.
This is our dog Bruce, and he likes to eat popcorn from under the desk, and he doesn't care who's in his way.
All right. Cool. I'll
Both
do.
have to make
All right.
dexterity saving throws.
Did you want to? I don't want to tell you. Assume how to. Oh, you used Misty Step. Never mind. All right. Gotcha. All right. Cool. First one is I'm going to do the top one. 11 plus 1, 12. I believe that's a failure.
Nope.
And the one on the bottom, 5 plus 1, 6. So both fail. Full damage for both of them. Friggin' Meg just
15 fire damage each.
15 fire damage. Holy poop.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Did you say poop?
Holy poop. Yeah, that one's looking rough, Meg. That one is looking rough indeed. That was a very solid. As most of those two swarms cease to exist, as kill it with fire becomes a standard part of your repertoire as you proceed to kill it with fire.
When in doubt, set it on fire.
It's a theme with your characters. Next, that's your turn. That's all the action economy, I believe.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, Cassian, you're up. Let go of that Kamehameha there, Goku.
My question here, my net, is would it be able to restrain the bug horde?
Make a. I'll let you make a nature check.
I'm good at those.
Even before a short time, I'm okay with that. but that's.
You're
that's
pretty
fine.
confident that the bugs would just go through the net. The net would land and they'd just scurry around through the holes.
Even the big giant beetles and the big thing.
Yeah. Yeah. You're very confident. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, a combat
Alright.
net has holes this big in it. And, you know,
I was picturing like the tiny net. You know what I mean?
that's
Like
that's a fishing net, and you don't have a fishing net. You have a combat net.
okay, so that I mean that's why I was like, okay, they're tiny holes. Would it catch the big bugs? And as like a horde of it, would it like blanket them, and then they would have to spend time taking their time to get out of these little holes, you know, and like single file kind of.
No, you pull the net out, look at the holes, you look at the bugs, like probably not.
I was just curious if it was if that was the case. So I'm either way, I am attacking. So that was my random weird question that I was like, I wonder, would it do? I definitely want to get a fishing net in the future.
Gotcha.
Okay, so where is that attack here?
For all the times you fight swarms of bugs.
Well, not just for that. There's also, you know, things that are in the water that I could also use it for.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That's true. Whenever we have our aquatic arc, they better watch out. Those shallow water fish.
Hey, man, you said not to worry about the stairs, and here we are in combat with a freaking ink puddle. So
Does your DM shit on your fun ideas too? Tell us
Yeah.
below.
yeah.
I'm one of those perfect players, you know? I never cause DM issues.
15 hit.
15 does hit.
Has DM'd you, so I feel like that's a lie.
I'm a very easygoing player. I'm here to make funny accents. Thunder Smite. For the first time, you melee going to attack during spell's duration.
Well,
Yeah.
that was what I casted last turn.
Yes.
So make your save and throw.
Which one? I'm assuming is the one directly to your left, correct?
Yeah, the one that's closest to me. Yes.
All right. Saving throw would be, what is it? Strength? No. Surprisingly enough, that would be a 8 minus 4. A 4 overall. Yes. Surprisingly enough, the bug hordes only have like a 3 strength.
All right, so
Just-
I need to do the damage on my great sword. So let's just do that.
All right.
So that's
Alright.
10.
Yeah.
Then the damage on the thunderous smite,
Uh-huh.
6, and then damage on.
Where do you get the Thunderous Smite from again? It's just a
level
spell.
one slot.
Oh, level 1. Oh, you took Thunderous Smite as a... Oh, neat.
It's from Lathander.
It comes from my heart.
So, Cassian, explain to me how this looks as you completely annihilate that remaining bug swarm.
I'm going to, since great swords are, thicker, I'm going to, at the last second as I'm coming down with a swing, I'm going to turn my blade sideways to make it more like a fly swatter as the thunderous smite cracks off with a brilliant flash at the end and just nothing but like raining of the bugs.
He hits the ground. He hits the ground so hard it bounces the bugs up in the air, and they turn to ash as the electricity fries them, and they just fall to the ground, almost like
Definitely that gross odor. when you
yeah.
hit a bug on those electric fly swatters for too long, and it sparks, and it
Smells like
makes
burning
that gross
hair.
smell. Yeah.
Yeah. The faint odor of burning hair fills the immediate vicinity of you, Willow. Actually, it's already there from when you set the other ones on fire. It's just burnt. It just smells like burnt hair in here. Yeah.
Hey, agree, Vic.
I did not want to come out here.
Tell me you've never almost set your hair on fire with a straightener before without telling me.
Sadly, with my receding hairline, my days of straightening my hair are coming to an end.
Take that time. Will you get that body?
I believe that is your turn, or do you have any movement there, Cassie? Oh, you can move it. Gotcha.
Can I occupy the same space as these creatures?
Okay, so I will say yes, because swarm tactics in D&D, just so you all know, swarms can occupy another creature's space and vice versa. So you can occupy the same space as you're stepping into the swarm.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down and then I'm going to jump into the swarm as I yell out Lathander's name.
Gotcha. All right. Next up is the swarm that is surrounding Cassian. You see the swarm immediately start trying to work its way up Cassian's body as it tries to turn and twist and try to find the weak points in his armor to get in and bite. Yeah, they're not hitting anything. They're trying to get in, but there's so few of them that he's able to kind of push them down and shoo them off with his hands. As a natural 5 is going to do absolutely nothing.
I just hold my neck hole.
Next up in the initiative, the other swarm, you see it trying to writhe around you, Neve, as the swarm moves onto you and attempts to do an attack. A 16 plus 3, so a 19 to hit. Okay.
Yeah.
The
No,
swarm.
that doesn't hit. No, I'm fucking with you. Keep
Oh,
going.
I don't know. Like I don't have your ACs memorized yet. Okay, so we're going to be looking at. Grab some other dice here. Didn't realize I needed these ones. I never use these. Can't hand a dice. All right. You're going to take 3 plus 4, 7 piercing damage as the swarm starts biting in to the spots between where your armor meets and you can find open skin. I'm also going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw. A DC 12.
Oh, that's a fail. That's a fail.
That's a fail.
Yeah.
You are feeling incredibly woozy, and you now have the poison condition.
Oh no.
It's a good thing I can cast Cure Wounds on myself. Does that work for Cure?
No. It doesn't work for the poison condition, but it'll heal you the hit points.
Can you send me information on poison?
All right. Next up on the initiative, estimate. You see your friend cry out in pain as you can see the bugs now swirling around her feet and climbing her legs and biting into her.
Oh no.
Neve has never felt more compassion from a living being before.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No. I didn't mean for that to come off as cold as it did.
You know what? Neve respects you more as a person for just being you. You're not fake. That's your genuine level concern, and she's invited.
As the poison fills your veins, you hear in your head, Neve, there, my work, you can feel it firsthand. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it beautiful?
That'll shock you to know I'm not like anyone else you've tried this with, so...
They all fall eventually.
Nah, go fuck yourself. And I
Uh,
say that out loud.
what are you doing, Esme?
I think he's very confused. So he's just saying, "Go fuck yourself." I'm
You've been
sorry.
Like, oh no! I'm like, go fuck yourself.
Okay. What do I have here? Mm. If I were to cast the same thing, could I hit them without hitting her?
Yeah, you can attack the swarm with firebolt for sure.
Without
Yeah,
hitting her.
yeah. It's not fireball.
Okay, well, we're gonna.
I mean, do you have a fireball?
Yes.
You could,
I do not.
I'm just saying, I would take one for the team right now if you drop one right here.
That's another dirty 20.
You hit, and that's on the one that's attacking the good doctor.
Yes. and that is 8 damage.
Ooh, nice. As most of the bugs now are turned to crisp, only the ones that seem to be clinging tight to her body around her ankles and her thigh are the ones remaining.
Okay. And I'm going to give... Is she the only one that's taken damage?
Yes.
Neve?
Yes.
I'm going to give her Bardic Inspiration.
You're now bardically inspired. So you
Do I roll
No.
the D6?
No. So what so just for everyone at the table, if you're not familiar with Bardic Inspiration, anytime you basically roll a skill check and an attack roll, before you hear the result, you're allowed to, whether or not it succeeds or not, you can choose to roll the Bardic for the additional die. So for right now, it's a D6. So on an attack roll, if you roll and you're like, I'm going to use my Bardic. Same thing with saving throws, ability scores, stuff like that. So,
Okay.
so Neve,
had that one right.
if only. But yes, you now have a Bardic Inspiration die to use whenever you want. All right. That is your turn, I believe. What does Bardic Inspiration look like for you, by the way?
Well, the last time I used it, I drew us a nice portrait of us as best friends holding hands. So if she still has that,
Love that.
I would like her to, like, I'm just going to yell at her, look at the picture!
Very confused. Got like multiple voices in my head now. It's like an average Tuesday, but it's fine. Pull out the picture because it's my turn next. Right?
Yeah, you reach into it and you view the photo that she had drove you both, and you're kind of like, this weird girl, something about her, and you feel better. You feel like you can push through the pain now.
Okay.
All right, and coincidentally, it is now your turn, as you are feeling both inspired and sick at the same time.
Yeah. But like I said, it's an average Tuesday. Oh, yeah, we're going to use Bardic Inspiration to re-roll that attack roll.
Well, Bardic Inspiration doesn't. It just gives you a plus D6.
Okay, so then we're going to use it to make that attack roll a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Perfect. Finger gun. Finger gun.
You're every bard in existence. You're welcome. Bard's up there just saving the day.
9 damage.
9 damage as you turn your blade sideways and start swatting out the remaining insects, and you're able to get rid of the remaining parts of that swarm as they all come to non-existence.
Okay. Yeah, not much I can do about the poison, eh?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. Next, is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Next up,
Question?
what's up? Next up in the initiative was you, Meg.
Is the Bardic Inspiration just like once per long rest or short rest? It doesn't say.
Eventually you do get it. Them back. Sorry, they come back in short rests. The Bardics.
Short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So now it is your turn, Willow, as you see the doctor kill the remaining part of the swarm on her.
I'm just in it. Are you not entertained? In the
How
swarm.
is this bug swarm?
It's looking pretty rough. It's under half of what it once was.
Okay. I'm gonna back up and take an opportunity attack, I guess. Yep.
Okay.
Ooh.
A 5's probably not going to hit your AC.
No, it's low. It's not that low though.
So a 5 plus 3, 8 Just missed. All right. You move, and they're so fixated on Cassian, you're able to pull back. A few of the bugs try to scatter towards you, but you're like, nah. And you kind of hop, skip, and jump over the pew.
And then I'm gonna.
Sort. Actually, you would walk over the pew. You wouldn't jump. You're so tall, you would just walk over the pew.
24 to hit.
Yeah, it does hit.
14 damage.
For 14 damage, as Cassian, you're surrounded. This purple beam hits the floor right at your feet and kind of scatters across, and all the bugs just pop like little tiny, like cherry tomatoes, as they all die in front of you, leaving this green ichor kind of just sitting there with these black tendrils of goop kind of sitting in this puddle that you're now kind of standing in. And this is when you all hear out loud, audibly, "Now you can see my work firsthand." And you kind of look around for a second, and you kind of look at those paintings. You didn't pay much attention to the paintings, but the silhouette, you're looking at the visage of the center mask that's black. You look at the husband, but the picture of the wife, all of a sudden, almost like a chameleon revealing itself, the main body changes color to this sickly green. This figure coming down, almost xenomorph-like, steps down from the painting. It had been hanging there the whole time, camouflaged. It's going back to this mossy, sickly green with these black highlights, open sores festering all over it. These jet black eyes that seem to be looking everywhere at once. It has these protrusions of bone that stick up in various places on its head. And it walks almost with its hands backwards, and the joints seem to have no definitive bending motion. They bend seemingly in all directions. As it kind of moves off with this unnatural smoothness, it crawls out.
It's a whole lot of nope right there.
Rabbit,
Uh-huh.
I have advantage on saving throws against diseases and being poisoned.
Okay. Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Well, give me a... Give me a... Another roll just to see. Just give me another roll to see.
18 plus 1, 19.
Okay, you're not poisoned. You feel sick for a moment, but it fades.
I look over to where the black puddle was and say, "Told ya, not like the others."
I'll have to adapt it then. Cassian, you're up.
On puddle, please.
Oh, it's not...
That goes against everything in my character's nature.
All right.
So you see me like kind of like take a second and like balance myself against the pillar,
Mm-hmm.
and then just like shake it off.
Gotcha. Cassian, you run over to it.
Yeah, as the bugs splatter and I'm looking in that direction because I would have been facing.
Oh no! It said it out loud. It did not make its appearance subtle.
No, 100%. But I was facing and I saw it peel off the wall.
Mhm.
I'm going to bolt at it at that moment. That's my full action economy.
Gotcha. All right.
Sorry, I do have. Hang on, that was my move, my action. I do have a bonus.
You see Cassian just haul ass at this thing, not even skip a beat.
As I'm running, I'm going to let my greatsword trail behind me, gathering the typical sparks as it the steel hits the stone.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite again on my.
That's a bonus action?
Yeah.
That's sick. All right. Next up is its turn. As
It doesn't want to take 15 minutes to have a short rest with us. We can like sing some songs.
Kumbaya.
you know what?
I'm actually down for a short rest.
I don't think he's up for it.
I can make some soup.
Yeah. Hey, take 10. Time out. I'm using my timeout. No, it doesn't recognize the timeout request. It looks at you, Cassian, as you jump up into its face. It kind of sits perched back, almost like an attack animal, almost like the way a cat looks like before it pounces. But the way it sits, it stretches out its torso almost unnaturally. So its eyes almost start looking. Its head kind of stretches up into your face, almost like it's a malleable material, like it isn't a solid creature. It's more of a blob, if you will. One of those stretch toys from when you were a kid. And it looks you directly in the eyes, and it opens its mouth.
Don't let it bite you.
It smells. It lets go. Divinity. What a test. And with that, it goes, but it lunges on you, grabs your shoulders, and goes to bite you in the neck. And its tail from behind unravels with this tip dripping with this black ichor, comes on, tries to strike you down at the same time.
I said don't let it bite you.
I said don't. All right.
Oh,
I'm
did
assuming
you
this is
say
a-
that? Damn it. I thought you said let it bite you.
No, don't let it bite you.
Ah, shit.
All right.
I knew I fucked up there somewhere.
All right.
Don't listen with your
Assuming
ears.
this is a
Open
this is
them.
a
Does a
hostile creature.
15 for the bite, and 18 for the tail.
I'm just trying to find where my AC is on this.
I'm assuming this is a hostile creature. I can't cast friends on it.
Says the bards. I haven't hurt this creature at all, and I think I could be its friend. This is the start of a really good buddy comedy featuring a demon of sickness and this just lighthearted bard. Star-crossed lovers. What's your AC, Cassian?
It's not coming up, so I have to load up my D&D Beyond.
Gotcha. No problem.
Give me a half second there.
Yeah, it's definitely not what it says it is on the sheet.
Yeah, it says it's 11. I was like, what? I was like, oh,
No, like you have a
I just-
lower.
yeah. I'm
lower.
like, that's whenever I do my other things, but it's like, okay, so I am at, where is this? 15.
Okay, both hit. Okay, so both hit. You're going to take. The bite is going to be 4 piercing and 6 poison damage, and the tail is going to be 4 piercing. And you're going to 4 piercing, 4 poison, and I'm going to need a DC 15 Constitution saving throw.
A DC what?
15 Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution.
You all see this creature grab Cassie. He rushes in with this confidence. You see it grab his shoulders, bite, and pull itself in close to Cassie. And as this insect, almost like prehensile tail, you can see the bones that make it up. The skin hugs the bones, and at the end is a sickly, almost sickle, scythe-looking tail that pierces into the back of Cassian through his armor.
And I get a 19.
19, you feel your body start to tense up. You feel the control of your body start to leave you for a second, but you dig down deep and you fight it off, and the poison seems to leave you for a second. But that did not tickle.
I just suck it out. Just not today.
All right. Next up is Esme, as Cassian looks incredibly hurt.
Yeah, on a scale of about, 1 to 27, I'm about a 5.
It's a great scale. Very descriptive.
Yeah,
It would have been lovely if he got his ass out of the way.
Have to run in like an idiot and.
I have to lock it up. I don't want it running and attacking you. Do you want that, like, almost like 30 damage on you? No, you don't.
No, but like you could have like stepped out of the way a little
I'm good.
bit. Would've been-
This is exactly where I need to be.
Gonna give you a wee
Excellent
hint.
drop.
When you're dealing with undead, you don't even want to stand where they can bite you. That's it's generally not good.
It's exactly where I need to be. Lathander saves me from all poison.
Oh, that's not what I wanted.
That's a real
He
ballsy.
can save you. He can save you
No,
too.
he didn't save me. Something else did, but we'll talk about
If
that
you
later.
if you did get it, if you happen to catch it, I can cure some diseases and stuff. I'm not worried about that.
I don't think you can cure this, holy boy.
There's 5 lay on hand points. It's poisons or diseases I can cure. So I can do it twice. Just don't.
Twice
That's
total.
it. Well, that would use all my lay on hand points. I only have 10 right now because Travis sucks and doesn't want to level us up to 4. I mean, the DM is so awesome.
Hold on, let me do another reaction attack. My legendary action that I just added.
That's actually his name. Kill Cassian Holt. If there's a player named Cassian Holt, kill them.
Yeah, if there's a player called Cassian Holt. All right. So what are you doing, Esme? What's your plan?
I'm gonna move to here,
Yep.
and I'm gonna pull my book away. I'm gonna take out my painter's palette, and I'm just gonna hurl the fucking thing at it.
Okay. She pulls out her painter's palette and just whips it as paint goes spilling off in this array of rainbow paint as it goes flying through the air.
Does a 10 hit?
No. No, it doesn't.
Well, just like last time I tried to do that, he now has paint on his chin.
I will use my reaction, if you allow me, to dodge out of the way for all the non-Lathander colors that are coming and only get splashed by Lathander's colors.
Only bright yellow covers Cassian for some reason. And a little bit of orange to add that dawn color to it. It's got a little orange.
Sunburst.
All the other colors like blue and stuff just completely miss him. He radiates
All
such
the other
Lathander
colors-
energy.
All the other colors, she just get covered in them, and that's it.
All right. Anything with your bonus action?
It's a good bonus.
Bonus action?
What?
Bonus action.
It's really delayed.
I'm going to, because I looked it up, and I actually get 3 bardic inspirations per long rest. I'm gonna give Cassian a bardic inspiration. So I'm gonna, once I see that my painter's palette did fuck all, I'm gonna catch it, I'm gonna pull out my book, and I'm gonna draw a nice, somewhat nice picture of him and I.
It's just I'm on the page. Like we're on the farthest sides of the page, but we're on the same
Yeah,
page.
like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna write on top, friends, question mark?
Yeah.
All right. You're now
I don't know
bardically
how to-
inspired. All right. That's your turn, Esme.
It's my turn, huh?
It is now your turn, Neve, as you see you've seen Cassian take hits. You know he can take hits. This hit him like a truck.
How close do I have to be to cast Cure Wounds? Is that a touch?
That Cure Wounds is a touch.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking another spell.
Healing Word is 30 feet. I think it's 60 feet, actually, isn't
He
it?
runs and does that. I just, like, the most annoyance on my face.
I never use it, so.
It is 60.
The most annoyance. Like, so annoyed.
Uh-huh.
I know I don't.
Yes.
Well, I don't want to be in between. I know. All right, well, first I'm going to try and hit it with my longbow.
Absolutely. Don't roll a 1.
20, dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20. Dirty 20 hits.
There's 1d8.
roll shitty. Oh, that's an 8. 3, 11.
11 damage as the arrow sinks into the shoulder. The arrow goes in almost right to the fletching in the back. Its body seems soft and sickly as it hits. You see this green ooze kind of pour out, and it just looks at you and smiles with this sickening confidence. See, masterpiece. And he kind of just cocks his head to a 90-degree angle and just smiles, and his grin goes from ear to ear as you can see these rows of jagged teeth that go back, and this tongue that is black as night kind of lick his lips, taking the remainder of the blood off Cassian's blood off his lips.
I'm gonna use my movement.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, that was 11 you said, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's me. I'm gonna use my movement to go into here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go. Oh, why didn't I move?
Oh, sorry, you're on.
Oh, I'm on measurement.
Don't worry.
The challenge. Why didn't I move?
That's an ongoing joke in one of my other games. Is one guy, he's always on the measuring tool because he's like has the quickest turns, because while everyone else's turns are going on, he's in there like planning his turn out. Every player takes his turn, he adjusts it. He always has the measuring tool on, but when it comes to his turn, he always has a measuring tool. And he's like, I can't move my characters. The game paused, and it's like measuring tool is like, oh shit.
So I'm gonna go into that because that's a full wall, right?
It is a full wall. You kind of duck into the alcove, breaking that line of sight with him.
Not done. Gonna get myself up on the wall, between the wall and the sarcophagus, and roll for stealth. And that is 19.
All right, 19. Awesome. You can't stealth as a bonus action. That's a rogue thing.
That is. Back my rogue.
But you technically are better at hiding than a rogue with the character that you have.
Am I? Because I can't do it as a bonus action.
Meg's sitting there with her eyes open. She is very much better at hiding than a rogue. You're actually the hardest character to find in the game. Next up.
Right now?
Oh yeah, you're pretty much unseeable right now.
Good.
Next up,
You're hiding without actually using the action to hide.
Willow. You're up as you see the doctor disappear literally out of sight as soon as she gets into the darkness.
I'm gonna go.
Oh.
Up.
You have any healing, mojo?
Well, I was gonna heal you, but you're standing right beside the thing that could kill me, so.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast because I
Yep.
have no spell slots left.
I'm going to do what warlocks do best. Meg, you're doing great. Did you want to use your bonus action for something first?
No, I don't have any spell slots left to cast Hex. And if I
You already did. You already did use Hex. It's already out. As a bonus action, you can move his target.
Oh, it hasn't timed out?
No.
About round 4.
Oh, it's for an hour.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
bad.
Is it round 4 or 5? One of the two.
Yeah.
Then I'll move it on to Bucky Boo.
Bucky Boo. It gets. You see these black shadows from where that insect pile was kind of slither like these kind of fairy tale like creatures, almost like from a Brothers Grimm a fairy tale. Little tiny witches and goblins kind of running across the floor as these dark shadows start crawling up this creature and start. You can see him kind of twist it. He kind of just looks at you. Neat trick.
Thanks. 16 to hit.
60 to hit hits.
And 1d10 plus.
Is it still Dex? Like you only pick the one saving throw and it gets just.
The Hex is automatic. Hex doesn't have a save against it.
No,
If
no,
it-
I'm saying but Dex, DEX, Dex. Does it gain the disadvantage on Dex, or does she get to pick every time?
I get to pick every time.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So what's the save it gets negative to?
I don't know.
Strength. Oh God.
Strength.
God.
Plus strength.
Oh, yeah, right on.
That's 12 force damage with an extra 2 fire damage.
12 force damage. And that's with your hex damage too?
Yeah, yeah.
12 total with an extra, so 14 total. Nice hit. You
And
can.
it gets moved 10 feet away from me.
Oh, you have that?
Yeah.
Oh, good, cool. So you see, everyone sees Willow kind of walk, not run, walk in Willow's casual fashion as she lets go this eldritch blast with these golden filaments wrapped in it. Right? That's how you described it. These golden filaments intertwined in the purple blast. As it hits the side of this creature and it lets off this horrible, and it kind of gets thrown 10 feet against the wall and kind of rolls. It gets blasted right off Cassian as it kind of rolls and picks up its tail wrapped around itself. It gets back up and it kind of takes an offensive posture, kind of crouched down, ready to pounce.
And that's all I got.
All right, Cassian, you're up.
Make good choices. Make better decisions.
Oh, whenever you say that, it just makes my turn so much worse for you to observe it. So, taking that hit, I'm gonna be recovering from that hit, and I'm distraught. I'm quite upset from taking that much damage. So I'm going to throw. You're gonna see the electricity from the gathered sword drag is going to go to where my hands are. It's going to come up the pommel onto my hands as I throw the sword into the ground and unbuckle my armor, and it's going to fall to the ground, and I'm going to take a 5-foot step, bonus action and rage, and I'm going to say, not even Lathander will save you this time. And I'm going to wind up for like a haymaker, and I'm going to use that bardic inspiration. So I'm gonna full out swing for the hills here. Where's my fist? Fist. All right.
Gotta get naked.
Yeah.
In the background, just Miley Cyrus like doing like a wrecking ball.
Play the game if Brandon ends up a fight without being naked.
Don't hit me.
Make it a drinking game at home. Every time Brandon gets naked, you take a shot.
Okay, so I need to roll this attack. How do I add? Okay, so I can add 1d6 here. Okay, cool. Roll.
Unfortunately, even with the D6, it's going to miss. You go to punch, and its head snaps. It doesn't even snap. It just silently, because it's got that gelatinous inside feel to it. It just moves its head, almost flattens it out of the way, as your hand just catches air over. It hits the wall behind it, and the lightning crackles, leaving this burn mark across the wall behind it. You forgot to move your character, by the way. But yes.
Is that not popping up? Okay, great. When? Oh, sorry, I need a hit. Okay, so I am going to. Well, that's my action economy. Did you move me up? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't move. All right, that is Cassian's turn. You see Cassian do his normal thing, but this creature sees it coming and just moves out of the way so gracefully, effortlessly.
I would say that it was like a predictable swing. Like, you know, when you're watching boxing and the first person steps out and takes a swing, you know where it's going.
He looks at you, and it goes to his turn as he stands up to his full height now, stretching. He towers over you by a foot, and then he crouches back down. He looks over your head. He looks down at you. He goes, "Such wasted talent."
Only it was level 4.
He looks at you, Willow. He looks at you, Esme, and he looks down at you, Cassian. maybe you can all use a little bit more of my gift to be better. And I'm going to need a charisma saving throw from you all. From 3 of you. Esme, Neve, and Cassian. I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw. Not Neve. No, sorry. Esme, Willow, and Cassian. It's charisma.
You gave us two.
It's charisma.
Okay, yeah, you gave us
22.
22, you're good.
16.
You're good.
17.
You're good. As he attempts to cast Bane on you all. But you all miss. He misses. And
Your shit's weak.
your shit's weak. Well, I am going to.
I hear moving out of my range really helps.
I'm going to then end its turn. As you can see him kind of sneer at you all as the effect that he intended didn't take hold. Esme, you're up. As you feel this darkness creeping into your mind, you're able to shrug it off, but it's an unsettling feeling nonetheless.
I still have my book out, so I'm going to quickly draw a picture of a mimic with like its super really long tongue, and I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
As you doodle a goofy picture, what is that? What save do you want from me?
Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw. What's the condition?
Yeah.
It's
You make your save first.
I fail. 9 plus nothing.
You fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up.
You see her draw this goofy picture on the page, and it kind of just floats off the page for a second, and he looks at it and he's like, "You're all so just so goofy." And he falls to the ground in front of you, just laughing, his tail whipping back and forth like a cat playing. And as he just grabs his chest, "You're all gonna die! You're all gonna die!" And he just laughs, this cackling, horrible laughter. That's fantastic. Thank you for that.
People are laughing at my art.
So he is now prone.
Travis, that's not a good spot to be in front of a barbarian.
For my last Bardic, I'm gonna give it to Willow.
Bardic inspiration to Willow. Willow, you're feeling bardically inspired.
I'm gonna draw a picture of her and I too.
Are you writing
On the page, the top of her head is cut off because she's so tall.
Fantastic.
And I had to draw it this way instead. Of this way.
Amazing.
All right. It is now your turn, Neve. As you look around the corner and this frightening creature is laughing, more like cackling on the ground.
I can't get to him. Can I see him from here? Travis?
Yeah, you can see from there. You kind of reach around and look around that broken down barrel as you see him just kind of laughing and cackling on the ground. Now, ranged attacks do have disadvantage on prone targets, just so you know.
Then I miss. But on a bonus, it's as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark because.
Wait, you have your Bardic inspiration.
No, I don't.
No, she's already.
Uh,
All right, it is Hunter's marked.
I go back where I am. Where I was.
I did it one time.
Where I am. Where I was.
It says for 10 minutes.
But you can only use it once, right?
Yeah, she used it once. It's a one and done.
Oh.
All right.
And you get it back on a short rest, I believe, or is it just
It's
long rest?
no, it's long rest. I think at level 3 is when, or level. There's a level when bards. I think it might be level 7 actually. I can't remember, but they do eventually start getting their bardics back on short rest. Oh, all right. Now it's Willow's turn, as this creature terrifyingly cackles on the ground in front of you.
I'll come up here, and I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. I'm gonna have him make a Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
All right. DC what?
14.
That's just 15. So I rolled a natural 15. No pluses, no minuses.
Nothing happened.
All right. That's your turn.
Yep, that's it.
Casking it.
No, I can actually. I as a bonus action because anything else, I cast Hidden Step. I'm invisible. This is my next turn.
You're like, you didn't see nothing.
You go, you suck. It's just laughing and ignores you. Well, that's rude. Invisible. That's shame. All right. It is his turn. Does he get a... Hold on. Let me look this up.
It's my turn.
Oh, it's your turn. Yes. It's your turn. Yes. Go ahead.
So, do I get advantage on this strike?
You will get advantage on this strike because it is prone on the ground.
$17 to hit. 17 to hit.
Oh, 17 to hit. 17 hits.
And for damage, it counts as critical damage because he's prone and I'm melee in.
Yes, it does. It's an auto crit.
Cool. Because my Thunderous Smite's going to be cracking off there in a second too. So just give me a hot second.
Let me double check the prone thing, but I'm 90% certain that is the option.
And I do get
yes.
my strength on that.
No, it's not. You don't get auto crits. It's attack rolls against the creature have advantage if the attacker's in 5 feet. Otherwise, the attacks are at disadvantage. And yep. So no crits, but advantage.
Then just my bonus is the 3, so still just 4 damage. And then up here with my Thunderous Smite, you need to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone and 10 feet away.
Well,
Disadvantage.
At disadvantage because strength saving throw. Okay. Fail. 9.
So where I am, I don't know how you will want to push him back 10 feet.
He can't. He's unable to be pushed back 10 feet.
But he'll obviously hit the wall. So I don't know how you want to do that. But I have 4 damage plus 8 lightning coming in.
So how much damage total?
4 bludgeoning and 8.
So 12 total?
12,
All right.
12 total coming in. Oh, sorry. No, 14 total.
So, but four of that is bludgeoning?
6 of it would be bludgeoning.
6 of it would be bludgeoning. Okay, cool. And then how much were the rest of it? 6 bludgeoning and how much?
8 lightning.
And 8 lightning.
8 thunder, sorry.
8 thunder. Gotcha.
Thunder. I just forgot what hand I hit him with. This one's thunder, this one's lightning.
Oh my god. A little thunder, a little lightning. Anyone who's seen the rundown? All right.
Great movie.
He gets a wisdom saving throw because every time he takes damage, he gets to save against Hash's hideous laughter. 10 plus nothing, so 10 isn't. What's my saving throw against your Tashes again? Because I rolled a 10. I know that's going to not be it. I'm just for future. Okay, it ends his turn. Ends your turn, and it goes to his turn as he sits on the ground. You think that's going to stop me? And he just laughs in your face as he bounces off the wall and lands, just rolling on the ground in laughter. It's his
He's
turn.
double prone, by the way.
He's double prone, yes. Esme, what's your spell DC?
It says 13/11.
Okay, it's 13. So when Cassian punches it, punches against the wall, lands, it starts laughing. And as it goes to its turn, it sits there for a second, gets really serious, its jaw drops as it shrugs off the laughter, and it looks at you, Esme. Trick. They won't stop you from inevitability. And its turn is over. It is now your turn, Esme. Is no longer prone. It stands up.
That's it. I'm grappling this.
Sorry, it's still prone. It's still prone. It can't get up. It's at the end of its turn. It's still prone as it looks. It says all that from the ground.
Big man.
Ooh, taunting me from the ground.
From the floor.
I'm throwing another firebolt at this bitch.
Throwing a fireball. It's at disadvantage, just so you know, because it's a ring.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
It hits the painting. It hits the painting and starts to singe the painting where the firebolt hit in the bottom right corner. Anything else? You're out of Bardic's, eh?
I'm out. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna finger guns.
All right. You're up. You're up, Neve.
No, you can't.
Still annoyed. 19 to hit.
19 with disadvantage?
Yeah.
You
I have a
hit.
12 and I have a +7 to hit. That was my lower.
You hit.
Yeah.
Don't forget to add your hunter's mark damage.
Yeah. I know. Can't find my D8. There it is. That was a D. Twelve.
12 damage. Nice. As you catch the arrow, this time you hit it kind of in the chest with that so much force. It just goes through the creature entirely, lands in the wall, leaving this small hole that you can see through for a second as this green liquid starts pouring out of it as it looks at you and smiles with that creepy toothy grin. All right.
And I disappear back into the shadows.
It is breathing heavily and starting to look hurt. It's like it's. All right. This would put the initiative onto the wonderful warlock who is invisible in the corner.
I'm okay. I'm good now.
I'm okay.
Lathander's my shield.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt vicious mockery again
Uh-huh.
with a wisdom saving throw.
A 5.
It's gonna be a lot of damage. It's 1d4. So that's 3 damage, but it has disadvantage on its next.
Yeah, 3 damage and disadvantage. Vic, you gotta turn your sensitivity on your mic.
Travis, go ahead and roll
Which
your.
way do I put
check.
it?
Under settings in Discord, under audio and video, there's a sliding bar.
Which
To the right.
way do you want me to slide? I don't know what's making noise because I wasn't even moving.
It's picking up what everyone else is saying and repeating it back.
All right.
Your save, Travis.
Pardon, my save?
Your laughter, you got hit.
He already passed it on his turn.
You got hit this turn. Don't you get a save every time you get hit?
No, he's the hideous laughter's done. He saved against it.
Oh, he saved against it. Oh, cool.
Yeah, yeah. I just had to mute Vic for a second just because she was the echo was I couldn't hear anything. So this would put it onto your. Are you done? You're done, Meg?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next up would be you, Cassian, as out of nowhere you see your friend reappear. Huh?
I forgot my hex damage.
Oh, you did?
So it's 3 plus 5.
Oh, nice.
Plus 2. So that's more damage.
So 5 total?
No, so
10?
So 8 total.
10 total.
10.
5 plus 3.
It was 3 for the vicious mockery. It was 5 for
Hex.
hex, and then 2 for my warlock add-on fire damage.
Gotcha.
Charisma.
You burn his mind. Gotcha. Cool. Now it is Cassian's turn.
Is he still prone or did he stand up?
No, he's still prone. He's just awake.
All right. I am going to. I'm gonna punch him in the face.
Don't you have a sword?
Can't use that because I am in an angry state of mind where my judgment is clouded and I can't tarnish Lathander's name with my failures. I need to hit him here. Oh, it doesn't roll it. Okay. Roll. Not a dirty 20. Yes.
Okay. Good now. I think your mic's fixed now. Do a test there, SI?
I put it to like half.
You're good now. You're perfect now. All right. What's the attack roll there, Cassian?
Dirty 20. Dirty 20, and obviously I know dirty 20 is hitting, and so you're taking 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah. You're gonna have a save.
For what?
I'm grappling you. I'm using my bonus action to grapple you.
Ah, Tavern Brawler.
Yes, sir.
All right. As you opposing athletics, correct?
I can go with. I'm going at. I can only go athletics. You can go athletics or acrobatics.
He is going acrobatics.
23.
13.
And I have advantage on that too. So hold on.
13. As you grab it, the second you grab it, you can feel its sickly skin slick. I'm going to need you to now, since you've touched it, to give me a Constitution saving throw, please. DC 15.
Humans around here touching things.
You shouldn't grapple dead things.
Lathander shields me.
It is. You are successfully grappling the target. As you have it, this slick, smelly substance just starts covering and coating your skin. It smells awful, and it numbs the skin to its touch. You're done?
No.
You've used your action, your bonus action.
5, 10.
You're grappled. You grappled it.
Yeah, it comes with me.
You can't move a grappled target.
Yes, you can. 100%.
Oh, you have
grapple
Tavern
them and
Brawler?
bring them.
Tavern Brawl?
No, that's a normal thing. If you grapple, it's just you can only go half your movement.
2 seconds. I need to look this up.
Yeah. Oop. I just had the rule up actually, and I just closed it on myself. I was gonna say
So grapple. The grapple's creature's speed becomes 0. The condition ends if it's incapacitated. A condition ends when the effect removes the grappled creature from reach of grappling. This effect when the creature is hurled away by thunderspell. That has nothing to do with you carrying it. I'm looking directly at the rule books from the player's hand. Now, Tavern Brawler does allow you to do certain things, but as an action. Meg, what's up?
On like RPG.
This isn't a P.
They have like a practical guide to grapple, which says when you move or you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved.
Halved? Okay, and that's from the Twitter?
No.
It says the rule in the PHB says in quotations, when you move, you can drag or carry the grappled creature with you, but your speed is halved unless the creature is 2 or more sizes smaller than you.
Well, I don't know why it's not saying that. It's D&D Beyond. You got to sort your shit out. I'm right on the grappling page. All right. You move it to where? To there?
I can only move 15, so
Sorry.
I can only go there. So he's right with me.
It doesn't share the same space as you, so it's just going to keep in that northern direction.
Yeah, it's basically I'm grabbing him,
Yeah.
like kind of like, and I'm moving him forcefully where I want him.
All right, cool. You're moving him. All right, he's good to go. You're good. So you see Cassian pick this slippery demon as it wails and waves its arms around as Cassian bear hugs this fucking thing and starts grabbing it across the floor. It's hissing in his face. All right, Cassian, it's up to his turn. My first attack is at disadvantage, correct, Meg? Or all attacks are just first?
I'm kind of
It just says their
on the
next
ground.
attack.
Their next attack, okay. The bite is going to come in at I rolled 2 11s. The bite is plus.
Remember, he's disadvantaged on his attacks.
Yeah,
He's
I rolled 2 11s.
Okay, cool.
So the bite is going to be plus 6. So 17 to hit for the bite.
That's a hit.
All right. It is going to be 7 piercing and
3 piercing.
11 poison.
That's enough.
As you see Cassian holding this creature, it wraps its it wraps around his body almost unnaturally. It gets around and bites Cassian in the back of the neck, where his skin is exposed, and just Cassian drops. It's going to use 15 feet of movement to stand up, and then jump 15 feet to here because it has 30 feet of movement. And its tail has a 10-foot reach. And it's going to look at you, Esme, and it looks at you and goes, "Hi!" And its tail flings out of its from behind its back and shoots towards you like a missile. And it's going to hit for 13. Does 13 hit you?
No.
You're able to dodge out of the way at the last second. Okay, cool. That is its turn. As you can see it now sitting on top of this altar, squaring off with Esme. Esme, it is now your turn.
And then get out of its way.
Yeah, she's not fucking around anymore. Hold on.
Fire.
Am I on?
Cassian's unconscious body lays there on the ground. Oh, I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw from you. No, wait, no, I don't. Never mind. Bite, not tail.
Don't lie to me.
Bite, not tail. No, for Brandon. Bite, not tail. He's not prone anymore.
I'm gonna move back.
Gotcha. You just moved out outside its attack range, so I get to tail you again.
I was here.
It has a 10-foot reach.
Oh, fuck.
So it's going to tail you. That one is going to be a 17 to hit. As you go to move away, it whips its tail back around from the other side and is going to do 7 piercing damage, 9 poison damage, and and I'm going to need a Constitution saving throw of 15.
Okay, hold on.
I took a couple rounds of this asshole. That's why I stayed where I did. Because him just all around would just mess everybody up.
All right, move you back here. Before you move, I just want to make sure that. So you were here.
16.
16? 16 passes. As you start to lock up, you're able to shrug it off and you're able to continue your movement. I can't believe this poison effect hasn't gone off once. Teresa, You're sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I'm
Oh,
going
I'm sorry. Esme didn't go yet. Apologies. Esme, you're up.
I'm going to. Am I too far now? Yeah, I only actually want to move here instead.
Gotcha.
Not
I
dead.
didn't. Oh.
Mine is not the dead. I put on unconscious.
The creature looks incredibly desperate. It's darting around, its eyes scattered almost like a caged animal. It's looking hurt. It's looking deathly hurt. And it is starting to look around.
No. No.
Is it my turn?
Did you miss?
I might have.
What
I
happened?
might have missed. I rolled a 4.
Is using my healer's kit.
Miss! It's able to duck out of the way, its eyes more alert than ever, knowing it's kind of back against the wall. It has to do something quick.
And I was using burning hands on that one too, so I just burned a.
No, burning
Burning
hand is an attack roll. Yeah, burning roll. No, that's not how burning hands work. Burning hands is a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, okay, well then roll.
All right, gotcha. As you kind of you see her let that go, boom. I rolled a 6 plus 3.
I love that.
So go ahead and roll burning hands damage. As the tail retracts from your abdomen, the poison leaking out of the wound, but unable to take its full effect.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 15 damage.
For 15 damage. How would you like to do this? So describe us what this looks like.
Well, this time, instead of using my book, I'm going to use and I'm actually going to paint on my hands. Like a 5-year-old would finger paint. And I'm just going to, like, shoot it out of my hands at him. And I'm just kind of going to go from, like, his head to his feet slowly. So, like, he feels every inch of it. And I'm going to say, fuck you, motherfucker.
As you see Esme's take a step back and just let go with the same burning effect that you'd seen your tall friend do before. The burning starts at the top and slowly crisps this thing up. It hits the bottom. The creature sits there for a second. And you all hear a whisper, "Ow!" And as its last dying words, it falls to its knees. And this hellish fire circles around this creature and engulfs it. As nothing is left seconds after, as this bright hellish fire engulfs it and then disappears almost as quickly as it showed, and nothing remains of the creature. And ending combat.
I'm gonna look at the other painting and say, if that motherfucker comes alive too, I'm out of here.
as combat comes to an end, Cassian is on the ground out. Any papers on the desk are now in flames.
So I'm gonna go over and use my healer's kit,
Yeah.
and that gives him 5.
Do you have the healing feat?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. That's right. Of course you took it. That's right. You took the healer's feat. That's correct.
That gives him 15 HP back.
Cassian, you get stabilized over the next 10 minutes. You're able to bring Cassian back, and you breathe life into his lifeless body, and he comes back from the death's grasp as you stabilize
I was still shallowly breathing.
I wasn't dead. I was shallow breathing as he is.
I was sleeping.
I was having a quick battle nap. As you plug the wound that's pouring out blood, you see it free flowing for a minute, and then the last of that black poison pours out, and then you patch the wound, sealing off the bleeding, and you see his breathing stabilizes as he opens his eyes slowly, and as you come to, the only thing that you see is bright lights and Neve's face over top of you. She's checking your pupils and ensuring you're.
I'm gonna.
Not
I'm going
happy. It's not a happy face. It's a very annoyed face.
Most of the faces that you give me are annoyed, so this is the standard face I
Like,
get.
this is like an extra like annoyed doctor face. Like, I told you 3 times. No, I'm actually gonna say it to you. Told you 3 times not to get bit.
We didn't need him to stand there though.
I know, but I'm still gonna lecture him. That's like
What smells delicious? That's all I have to. What is that delicious smell? I'm hungry.
the undead burning body.
I'm gonna see the burning corpse.
No, it
like-
disappeared. Like the hellish fire engulfed it, and it just disappeared.
Oh, okay. That's really.
Is there anything left at all?
No.
Looking around for the dead body. Like, did it jump back into the pitcher?
No, it's dead. It just disappeared. It's gone. It was banished back to its realm for whence it came.
It will come back.
Oh.
Can I use my?
No, that's just Neve's opinion of
Can I
it.
use my hand axe to take down the other 2 paintings?
Remember the big black painting in the center is burnt and no longer there, and all that's left now. The paintings are still there. It's just he was in perfect camouflage as the wife, essentially, almost like a chameleon. And as he came back, the colors changed again, and he came back out. So the paintings are still there. So you go and hatchet both paintings, and they're paintings. There's no more hidden creatures. The paintings are paintings. The paintings are paintings. No.
I'm gonna take a short rest. I'm gonna sit down, have some snacks from my snatchel, and a short rest. Fuck you.
All right, as you all kind of sit down and kind of take the next half hour, 45 minutes to kind of just recoup from what just happened, everyone can go ahead and take a short rest.
I'm gonna give Cassian like a lengthy lecture on getting bit by undead things and how badly that can go.
I am holy in nature. There's nothing that those undead filth can do to this holy vessel,
Oh,
except for
that's
murder
not-
and rip me apart. But that's why I have fun.
You were dead.
Yeah.
Like, not breathing.
My skin still has tensile strength. It still has to, stay on my body. So, I mean, if you can keep all my body parts on me,
That might help too.
I needed to be your wall.
You needed it to be a naked wall.
I can't wear that armor whenever I black out. I have to unlatch it. I cannot jeopardize my holy divine energy.
Have you
You should
tried battling with it on? Like, do you know what's gonna happen?
I can't risk losing my divinity. For actions I do with that symbol upon me, I'm held accountable in Lathander's eyes.
What if I gave you a blade that was in no way holy?
So being
I think
naked
you're just an
means
adrenaline junkie, to be honest.
not responsible for your own actions anymore. I don't think that's how that works. Legally, I don't think that's how that works.
If I gave you a blade that was guaranteed tainted, could you use that?
No. why would I use a tainted blade?
Well,
It
because
doesn't
when you
sound
read
like
it,
I
you're
would
not
even
allowed to use
carry
something
it
that
around.
Lathander gave you, so I'm giving you something that Lathander would absolutely hate. So why can't you use that?
Because I don't want to use it.
Well, if you don't remember, it's like it never happened.
Like, I mean, are you talking about if you hand it to me when I'm blacked out?
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, try.
Right, all right, a loophole. I like that. That's our plan for next time. You did bleed
You-
after you've raged. I got it. No, we're good. We're good.
I don't
don't get
remember. Whenever I kind of get that adrenaline rush, I don't remember what happens after.
No, I don't. No more details. We're good. Yeah.
So.
All right,
Yeah.
everyone go ahead and mark off a short rest as you sit here and banter back and forth about the morality of using certain armors and weapons in combat.
We can
Yeah,
use hit
I'll
dice
have
to
my
get
armor
points
back on.
back.
You
right?
can use expel hit dice to get hit points back.
I'm basically full.
Pardon?
So
Yeah.
you guys lost hit points?
All three of us.
I'm down to half.
Weird.
I'm down to half with the extra 6 that we got.
You're down to half.
Yeah.
How many did you get back?
8.
How
So
many are you?
I'm at 18 of 20, so not bad.
18 of 20? Okay.
All right.
Travis, after you did your 3 damage to me and then you did your 11 poison, I took the 3 off. I had 10 hit points left. You did 1 more than my what I had. I'm like, oh, okay. So like the poison was small last time. It was only like 4 or 5 damage.
Wait,
Like,
you're at 3.
I can handle that. No, I have my temporary hit points.
Oh, your temporary hit points. That's right. I forgot about the temporary hit points.
It doesn't track it on this.
Oh.
I track my health on a piece of paper.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I thought I was doing the math. I forgot about your stupid speech.
I'm gonna.
And I had
before we
10,
carry
not
on-
3. I would have had 4 hit points on the thing.
Before we carry on, I'm gonna use primeval awareness again
Yeah.
and see if whatever we just fought is still here.
Gotcha. You reach down inside and you reach out your mind once again to kind of get a feel for what's in the immediate vicinity. There's a trace, but it's fading fast. Seems whatever evil was here is no longer here, and is whatever. What's the opposite of consecration? Consecratograms?
Big desecrated.
Desecrated. Whatever desecration existed here is slowly fading, as you seem to
Is
remove
my-
the evil that was anchoring and holding it here.
Is my puddle friend gone?
It's just a normal ink.
Aw.
It's just a normal ink puddle again.
Oh, I forgot to ask the puddle his name. Fuck. So rude. Well, should we go talk to the other holy man who's up there reading?
I guess.
Yeah? No?
I bet you he's
Um,
gonna have something to say about
Uh,
this.
To be fair, I mean, there is these. I'm going to point at the sarcophagi here in front of us, and we could always crack them open and see what's inside.
Listen, wee man, medical supplies aren't free, and I just used a lot on you. So unless you're gonna pay me for them, we're going upstairs so I can find more.
There might be something maybe that we could use in there to buy more medical.
Sarcophagus. You want me to use things from an undead person to heal you? That's
No, to sell. I was thinking maybe to sell, or it is just of the god tier. So I mean, we might not get much for it.
I mean, you could look at the bodies and see if it tells you anything about what killed them.
Fine, but if Cassian dies again, someone else is bringing him back this time.
Kian,
I'm
you give it to
feeling
us.
pretty good from that. Whatever you use, whatever ointments, definitely get more of those.
Yeah, no, I plan on it. I'll be using up the rest of my gold, I'm sure. Go and open one of the sarcophaguses there, big man.
I'm gonna lean up against one and open it.
So you lean up. Give me a strength check. I'm talking. You're doing the fancy ones, right? The two at the front.
Yeah, why
Would-
would we do the
yeah.
peasant ones?
Oh, I take a big step back before this happens.
Why would we do the peasant ones? The paladin of Lathander says.
I am a paladin of Lathander. This is a tier crypt. I give no
Morality is morality, friend.
If I have to sell some tier items to pay for Lathander's work, so be it, Travis.
All right, you go over and push. Give me that strength check. 16. You move it. It moves for a second, and then you hear that grinding sound as you push and push and push. The second that the inside, you can see that gap form. This stale air rushes out as you push, and as you get it open about maybe halfway, you look in, it is completely empty.
Well, that's weird. Just gonna go ahead and say that. I checked these. These were never opened, and the body is just gone. So either it was buried empty, or I don't know. This is a weird one.
Yeah, check the other one.
Now I'm gonna out of curiosity, I'm not gonna do like the cool man. I'm gonna do like the
Yeah.
that I'm gonna do the strength.
This one you just push casually, and the lid falls off and cracks with an unceremonious just. And it reveals a perfectly empty sarcophagus. Clean, no stains.
Can't
That's
do an
weird.
autopsy on something that's not there. Go open one of the what you call them, peasant ones.
Yes. I mean, if there's nothing in the nice ones, I'm gonna, shocker. If those,
Does still a respect for the dead in you, hey?
and I'm gonna push this one. This one seems like it's.
This one's already open a little bit from when the bugs had come out. You kind of just push it the rest of the way, and inside you see a skeleton wrapped in clothing. Sorry, would look like maybe a sundress that's not much left of it. Almost like moths and other insects have picked away at it. It's just fabric over a skeleton.
I bet that was cute at one point.
You
Any
do like
medals?
fashion, that's right.
Nope.
I'm gonna take my small dagger,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna poke at one of the bones and see if I can actually penetrate the bone with the dagger.
I mean, you can scratch at it, and if you go to pressure, it'll go in. The bone starts to crack a bit. It is brittle.
Is there any of that black? That
Ooh,
same
good
black.
call.
Give me a medicine check as you check the interiors of the bones.
Arrow. Is there any metals or any kind of valuables along or in this sarcophagus?
Give me an investigation check.
Worst.
18.
18? Yeah, when you open up, you kind of push into the bone and pull back. You look at the marrow, and the marrow is definitely dark compared to what it should be.
I take the smallest rib.
Huh?
I put it in a jar,
Mhm.
and I take that with me as a sample.
Got you. I saw the 20. You find a single golden ring on her left hand, on her ring finger.
You gonna take her wedding ring?
Said the healing stuff wasn't cheap, right?
I didn't say be a grave robber, did I?
She's helping us with our quest. I'm gonna slide it onto my pinky.
You're gonna wear the ring off a dead lady that died of the same thing that almost killed you.
Right now we're bonded. It's like
He's not a very intelligent god, is he?
I
Lathander.
bet you he had a name.
In Lathander's teachings, he once said, "You take from the rich and give to the poor."
I don't
And-
think she was rich. You
Richer than me. I'm gonna laugh.
You can't have it both ways. Is she rich or poor? Are you stealing from her or giving back?
I'm taking for now. I will give
You're
a
gonna bring it
donation to
back?
my church.
Do you want to put her in a backpack too?
She's not in danger.
She's not in danger. No, she's just being robbed after she's died.
She's died a long time ago. I'm just gonna look at
Doesn't make
the
her any less of a
And
person.
you're taking a piece of her with you. I'm just taking an item. You
How
can't
long
take
does it
this
have to
with
be?
you into the afterlife.
How
You know,
long does
who
it have
knows?
to be before grave robbing becomes archaeology?
I'm
It's
just
tiny.
wondering if I was in Mount Celestia right now, as this person could be walking around, you just snapped off their rib and they're missing a rib now.
For right to save lives, not because I wanted a shiny thing
I'm
to wear as
taking-
jewelry
I'm taking a trinket to sell to keep me alive.
to keep you alive. Yeah.
If we didn't do
Financially.
stupid shit, we wouldn't have to keep you alive every time.
So I'm just making sure I have cash to buy supplies to make that easier on everyone. And her donation to the Church of Lathander will be noted.
That I did not do for Lathander. We'll take
You
your
keep-
ring, grave robber boy. Go on.
You will see great things will come from this. I'm gonna just go to the next the next one.
You spend the next couple of minutes, and you don't find much else. You find a matching wedding ring on the sarcophagus across from her.
On the other finger on the other side. Look, they're together forever. I'm going to pack it up.
I have a strange sense of morality.
These are tier followers. Like I said, they are here to help the Lathander followers. It says it in the book.
Color.
It says it in the sacred tomes.
This is feeling very elitist.
I feel like your god would not like me, and I feel like this is gonna end badly. but all right. We really should go.
Does anyone here have religion as a trained skill?
Like proficiency?
Yeah.
No.
In my also defense, I only have a +2.
No?
It's
Okay. All right.
just my proficiency bonus.
You make your way back up to through the familiar catacombs, back up the stairs. As your footsteps come up the stairs, you hear, you guys are not gonna believe what I just found out here. You guys are not gonna believe what I just found out. Are you done before you crest the top, he's like, are you done playing go into the catacombs and find nothing?
I'm gonna shove Cassian out first because I'm assuming he still looks injured.
Oh, he looks like he's still on death's door. His color is gone.
I'm carrying my 2 armor pieces, like, I'm walking up, I'm all beat.
There's gashes that are stabilized. He's got bandages all over him. What'd you do, fall down?
Oh man, the rats down there, you have some problems, man.
We got
attacked by some bugs, and then we killed an undead thing. I had conversation with a puddle. Not a very nice puddle. And then I found this bone. It's filled with the same black shit that I found in the other dead guy. It's been a very eventful day.
We also have a friend. His name
Yeah,
was Spike.
apparently. Yeah, oh, Spike. Yeah, show him Spike.
Spike's not there.
You didn't lose Spike, did you?
Spike is not there.
To be fair, Spike was on my shoulder whenever I got bombarded with spells and fire and Eldritch
He
Blast.
decided to get in the middle of the
Wasn't
fight,
me.
which is not really a thing that I'm into, but that's his thing.
He kind of looks at you all and goes, well, I guess this is one of those times where I owe you an apology and a thank you.
You've got a problem with something undead running around?
Oh, no, I got that right here. I was
way worse than you think.
No, I don't. Well, maybe you tell me what you know, and I tell you what I know. Because I'm going to say I found some logs here by the old the abbot here. His name was Victor, Victor Justice, and it seems. Well, you know what? You tell me yours first. I want to see. What did you?
So there's a husband and a wife and a daughter, and the daughter seemed to have these healing powers. I think her name was Rose or something. I'm awful with names.
Yeah, that's what I found.
Yeah, there's this sickness going around where there's like this black ooze that infects people. The wee puddle ended up turning into an undead thing, and it had a tail. Tried to infect all of us. Failed. It was real sassy about it though. Imagine it'll come back.
Okay, now I didn't mention anything about a tail. I won't lie. There was absolutely no dialogue in these here records about a tail.
Yeah, no, there was a being with a tail. It was definitely undead. It was like rotten as we were fighting it, but like Cassian decided to grapple it anyway, like an absolute fucking
Thank you.
savage.
I don't remember this.
It saved your life. Shut up.
I don't remember that either, but I did see the
I
after
saved your
effects.
fucking life.
He looks at you all. Is like, okay, all right, that is awesome news. But it seems that there was I found out a little bit about potentially why the church is no longer a church anymore, and a pretty awful story, to be completely honest. How about we head out to the altar? And I bring these scrolls and records with me, and we'll just go over it. I don't want to stand near the hole with the demon in it. We can go.
We killed it.
Oh, it's dead. It's dead. Still.
For now, like it's not.
No.
Yeah.
I completely trust your abilities here, madame. But I just, I'd feel better now not being in the room with the hole going to where that here thing once lived.
I thought you said down there was harmless.
Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. This is one of those times I was wrong. I'm not a proud man. I'll tell you when I'm wrong. I was wrong.
How do you feel about sleeping in a place that's above where the demon?
My room's on the other side, so it's, you know what? It's horrifying. Yeah, I won't lie. It's going to make me rethink where I sleep at night, but I really have no other options. But I have you guys here, and you guys already beat one up. So if another one comes up, starts running his gums, I'll be like, don't make me get my friends there. They're not here, but I can go get them. And, you could sleep over. That would be, you know what? Sleep over in the church. You know what? We'll tell ghost stories. You probably got some ghost stories. And you hear him say that as he kind of walks out the door, kind of just talking as he walks.
I'm not sleeping here, guys. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
Nope.
Don't worry, I'll put some soup on. It's going to be a great sleepover. And that's what, the last you hear of him as he heads out towards the altar into the main room of the church. And that's where we're going to end this episode as he wanders off into the into the main church, talking about sleepovers, slumber parties, and potentially becoming best friends.
Putting his underwear in the freezer.
There's no freezer.
It's called the outside. There's a snowstorm.
There is literally a snowstorm outside. I like how immediately when he's like sleepover, you're like, I'm not sleeping.
I'm not doing it. Nope.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for sparing through some technical difficulties we had with some of our audio. We're going to clean that up as time goes on. Title sponsors could help clean that up real good. But until that day, from us to you, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.